that's part of why I go live on TikTok is because I think there's like there's literally fives of people who just don't get the Twitch notifications, and so the way I do my hey, I'm going live on stream is in part by going live on TikTok. Game Goose, congratulations on changing your name to, I'm presuming, Gustafer. Is TikTok still a real thing? It still is. It is a hellscape that I now have a like genuine moral quandary about continuing to post on. It's about like assessing the spectrum of what shitty panopticons I'm willing to participate in, because like Twitch is owned by Amazon. YouTube is, I think YouTube's owned by Google. Maybe it's not, but YouTube is a big conglomerate. Instagram is fucking Meta, which is also a hellscape. But what TikTok did do is, after a bunch of fucking right wingers bought the platform, they did up how much they were paying everybody in an attempt to retain creators. Personal question from Photon Ninja. Would you be willing to post the ad to your YouTube shorts? The ad that you did for the t-shirts was amazing. I'm glad you liked it. Somebody commented on it going, that ad read was rough. I did my best. I was so happy with that ad read. Like, I didn't think it was amazing, but I did it and I was like, okay, I went for something here. And it was a little bit okay. I did not think at any point anybody was gonna go ha 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 ha. But I was like, okay, that ad read might get one solid nasal exhale at one point. And I was like, I didn't just it was for Into the AM, and I did like a fake I don't even know what to call the framework for the ad that I ripped off, but there are old ads where they do like an in media res situation, and then the spokesperson does a fourth wall break and they talk to you about why the product is good. And I did one of those, and then I had the fourth wall break get interrupted by a person in the ad, and then have a what I thought was a funny back and forth happen. So it was not crazy good, but I was sitting down to do that ad, and I was getting ready to write just some like, because the last one I did more of just like a quick monologue about liking the shirts, which I am wearing now. Like, they sent me stuff as part of the ad deal, and I wear it 70% of the time now. If I have clothing on 70% of the time, it is an Into the AM t-shirt. And uh I was sitting down and I was like, okay, I got to make this fucking money. Um and the day I was doing this ad read, I was having like a minor existential crisis about the videos that I make. And I was trying to think about like, oh, is it even okay that I advertise products? Is it artistic enough? Does it have enough soul? And the way I calmed myself down was by going like, no, it's okay to do that. I like the product. Currency for rent and food is important. And I was centering myself on the idea of, when I'm eventually like dead and not making content anymore, when I want to look back on it, I don't want to look back on it and be like, oh, everything I did was hipstery. I was like, I want to feel like I never bunted. I want to feel like I never walked something in. I want to be Nick Cage. That's what it is. Nick Cage has done some crazy fucking bad movies, and even while Nick Cage was doing crazy fucking bad movies because he needed a shitload of money, he went for a home run in every terrible role he was handed. He said yes to every garbage role, and he showed up and put his whole Nick Kajussi into it. And so that was what I wanted to do with that ad read, and I felt like I did. And one motherfucker was like, "That ad read was oh." That hurt me. That hurt me. Mauled, if anyone can help me with this, I know you can. I'm attempting to build a Zozu the Punisher deck with no lands. Any tips? Won't work. Straight up. Won't work. I've seen people do a no land deck. They almost always have to be done for content. And when I say for content, they almost always have to be done in the context of you need near infinite mulligans and you need to not have to produce many colored mana pips. It is very possible to make a deck list that has no lands. It will not function reliably. It will be a deck you can bring out as like a gimmick. You could make a YouTube video about it. Many decks you see on YouTube are very terrible and are just like, I have crafted this. Yeah, you can do like, you run like every MDFC you can. There are some 0 mana artifact stuff you can do, but I've seen many attempts at doing landless decks. I have never seen one that I would stand by. Opsa, I'm so sorry. I'm passing on Big Bird. Apparently a Titan. Thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate the generosity. Logic's Fate. Thank you for the Prime sub for the 2nd month in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. We're also doing the manual ad break on Twitch. Your guest up with the skill check guys featured a very unreliable no land deck, right? Yes, and because it did work, it was awesome. And that's one of the things that perpetuates the myth of reasonable no lands decks, because when that deck does work, super fun. But the floor to ceiling difference is heaven and earth. Hello, M. Pregalas. Welcome to the stream. Because like with a normal deck, you have your pie in the sky dream of what could happen when everything goes right. And then you have the stuff that will always happen. And the stuff that will always happen is your social safety net. It's what keeps you safe at night. When you do a no lands deck, the dream is really tall. You're Empire State Building. And what can happen is you fall off the Empire State Building with no parachute, with rocks in your pockets. And so if you're okay with just like, I'm going to play a deck where I may just sit the night out, that's when I would do the no lands dream. Because you will either do something crazy that nobody will believe, or you will sit the whole night out. And the problem with them is you can't even give them free mulligans, because when they do work, they're actually like so crazy good, because lands are bullshit. Having to play lands sucks. If you get away with not playing any lands, you normally do something turbo fucked up. So we can't even be like, oh, mulligan to something playable, because something playable for you is a death ray. And so you end up going like, all right, I'm going down to 3 and I can't cast a thing. Pass to you, Toby. Just invited a guy to my casual home pod and he started insulting us because we used proxies. Said we were unskilled for using proxies. Well, Smanther, congrats for making your home a safe enough space to reveal that dickhead. Fuck that guy. That's so stupid. No one's name is Toby Maguire. Ellick Man, thank you for the 75 streams in a row. I appreciate you being in the dog park so often. Mauled, any suggestions for an out-of-the-box skeleton commander? I love skeletons, but there aren't really any commanders that synergize with. So by out-of-the-box, do you mean like they have a precon? I don't know of anybody with a precon who's out-of-the-box skeletons, but if you want a commander that's an easy skeleton build-around, fuck, those are zombies. I got nothing for skeletons. Yeah, Death Baron does it. Oh, okay. Well, you can make other stuff skeletons. Julius, I'm doing dope. How you doing today? White bread, thank you. I was setting up the Maguire joke too. I was like, I had to hold back saying Maguire on the first line because I was like, there's going to be a way. There's going to be a way to drop Tobey Maguire, because I just saw the headline about him and Ice Spice. That felt like a Curtains for Zusha moment. K-Dog and Bigwig caught flipping a grunt. Priestess Gut might be interesting. Kinda. Oh yeah, and you get a background actually. I think the issue with this is you make skeletons, but you don't really care about having skeletons. Ice Spice, who they had a very, very short-lived rapping career. King Jumanji, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Or are we in, okay, we're in the celebrity news part now. So there was a party in Hollywood or something that Tobey Maguire and Ice Spice went to, and like paparazzi caught photos of them kissing and started like a rumor about them being together. And then apparently Ice Spice got on an Instagram live story and was like, I'm having his baby. He's my man. We live together now. Bitches, step off. Which is insane. Is she one of the Spice Girls or something? No. We're about a generation late on that one. Hello, Evil Supreme. How you doing? King Jumanji, you're welcome to drop your commanders in chat. I don't do nothing with it. We have 5 people who are lined up to get their decks roasted today. Isn't Ice Spice like half the age of Maguire? Probably. I think Ice Spice is in her like mid-20s, and Tobey Maguire is probably in his 40s or something. I also heard that it wasn't true when they were sharing a vape. Curtains for Zusha, dude. Because Toby confirmed the baby statement. No, Tobey Maguire hasn't confirmed shit about this. Because hopefully Tobey Maguire's not a fucking idiot. If I was Tobey Maguire, I would be shutting the fuck up for 2 weeks straight. I like, no matter what part of it, if any of it was true, I would just be sitting there in my fucking paid off house because I'm Spider-Man playing Witcher 3 on my fucking computer. I would not be doing a single fucking thing about this. Yeah, he should just let people yap. Shit's funny. Like, that's the thing. If it's not true, just shut the fuck up, because it's gonna be funnier that way. Toby's 51? God damn. He's back on the Bully Maguire era. Are you and Z gonna watch the last Airbender movie this month? No fucking way. There is zero fucking chance I'm watching that movie. Ball, thoughts on Prismatic Black and Commander? Is this a... Shaw, thank you for the tier 1 sub with the 2 months in a row. Welcome back to the dog home. Why is 0% chance? I'm gonna be overseas all month. I'm gonna be laying in grass and shit. I'm gonna be traipsing through Ireland. I'm gonna be up in the Netherlands. I have no time for films. Trying to build a Rakdos Mad Max deck, but can't decide if my filler creatures need to be vampires or goblins. Don't make it a creature type. The worst thing people do when they have cool ideas like Mad Max is they then try to tie it into like, well, now we need speciesism. You don't. Pick a vibe. Go off art tags. Go off like they all need to have billy clubs. They all need spikes on their shit. Don't. For the love of God. Stop tying your dreams to creature types. It's just gonna end up with you playing Chronicle of Victory and nobody clapping. You have any fave games, Small Town? Witcher 3. Witcher 3, baby. I'm actually mad as fuck because Z is now getting into the game and we can't play it until the end of the month because it's only on our PC. We don't have like, we don't have like a Steam Deck. We don't have a laptop, anything like that. So fuck. Cecilia, you will be getting lashed. Thoughts on Providence of Night? I feel like it's surgically designed to rage bait commander players about hybrid mana. Oh yeah, it sure is. That's awesome. I love that. Thoughts on the World Cup? I don't follow sports. I do not know why it was shocking that we lost to Belgium. My understanding is that the USA has never had a good soccer team because all of our good athletes are conscripted into football and basketball. That seems unsurprising to me. Do you have a Switch? There is crossplay. We do have a Switch, but we don't have it downloaded on the Switch, so I'm not sure how to. I'll look into that tonight. Thank you. We have an old Switch we haven't played in like. Game Goose, yeah, you did come in here talking about your name change. Maul has a fantasy football team though. I've played fantasy football 2 years in my entire life. I have not played it within like 5. Trump himself intervened only for them to get 4-1. How did he intervene? What do you mean? Like how? What was? Did he run on the field and shit himself? We do have the best soccer team in the world. It's just the women's one. Yeah, because yes, because the women's team we don't have. It's like equally as attractive to be a star soccer player as it is to be a WNBA player, and I don't think we have like a women's NFL. And so our athlete, like the USA is really big. Athletics are really important. We have a lot of really good athletes, but for male athletes, if you are an athlete with an incredible amount of potential, you become a football player or a basketball player. He called the FIFA president to get red cards revoked. That's insane. What's Z's latest deck build? I don't think neither of us have built a new deck in a while. My newest deck was built for Command Fest Dallas, and it was the Reanimator. But Z's been rocking like Chocobo, and they rebuilt their Amanatu deck to be like a proper, like high bracket 3 deck recently. Brad Guy, we're roasting command or deck lists. Any idea for an X spell for a Nina deck for early game? I mean, probably anything, because you can. This is a mana dork for X spells, so you can do. What is. Alright, guys, what's X in the cost? Is it brackets? This is the one part of Scryfall syntax I've never learned because I don't care about X spells. Terrafractal? Thank you. Undercover Tony, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse. Other type of bracket. Squiggly bracket. It's still invalid. Militia, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse, my friend. Oh, cost. Carrot. Nope. Mana, not cost. Thank you. There we go. Okay, let's check this out. Green Sun Zenith, very good. Curse of the Swine, very good. Mockingbird, potentially okay, not necessarily that good. Nature's Rhythm, very good. Awaken the Woods, totally fine. Goldvein Hydra, decent. Wan Shi Tong, decent. Hydroid Krasis, fine. You wouldn't love casting them early, but you would do it and you wouldn't hate yourself. Tumbleweed McCooey, thank you for the Twitch follows. Welcome to the Doghouse, my friend. If Primordial Hydra's pretty much any Hydra, like in Nyxborn Hydra for sure. Like in the early game on Brawl, you either need to be playing threats or removing threats. So Blue Sun's Twilight could also do it. Question about Kel and the Kid. Are wheel spells the way? I've looked at a few and that displeases me. Absolutely not. I was actually pitching a Kel and the Kid deck to somebody yesterday. It was Tomu, if you're in chat. Hello, Lumberjack Shaggy. How we doing? Because Kel and the Kid wants you to cast from outside your hand. So the 2 ways you can do that in Bant, well, there's actually 3 ways. You could cast from the top of your library, because there's a ton of things like Future Sight, where we just go, and this is like a bad one. There are much better ones Green has for like creature specific spells or stuff like that. So you don't want to wheel. What you want to do is You either want to foretell stuff, like Elikman's suggesting. Blue and white is very, very good at foretelling stuff, and then you're playing from exile. Or you want to play from the top of your deck, and then you're still not playing from your hand. Or you want to play from your graveyard. Because green doesn't have as many ways to do this, but you have 6. You have Conduit of Worlds. There may be a way you could do a lot of flashback stuff. You could airbend. There's a million different ways to do it. Wheeling is not even in like the top 5. Oh yeah, prepared spells work. There's like sky's the limit with different ways to make Kellen the Kid work, but don't wheel. What you probably need to have is like, you need to set up a way to cast from outside your hand, and then you need like cheap ways to refill your hand so that you don't run out of shit to do. Block cards, yeah. Because we were or the thing I was pitching yesterday is Tomu sent in a deck for review. Oh, let me call roll, and then we'll talk about this deck. So, on the docket today, Doodles the official, Red Gecko, Kill Rats, White Bread, Red Charmander. I've seen Kill Rats. I believe I've seen White Bread. I don't think I've seen Red Gecko. I don't think I've seen Doodles. So if you guys are here, please let me know. Anyway, this person, Tomu, wanted to make Red Gecko's here. Thank you. Oh, your name's Dark Blue. That's why. It's very hard to make out the individual letters. So Tomu wanted to make a Fisher's Talent deck work. They wanted to make a bunch of 8/8 octopus creature tokens, but it's like super expensive to make this work, and it requires having a land on top of their library. And the way they tried to do it was they made Xyris their commander, and they had a spell that replaces all instances of one creature type text on a card with another. And they were like, yeah, I'm going to play Xyris. I'm going to get to Fisher's Talent. I'm going to draw this card. I'm going to change Snake to Fish. And then Xyris is going to make Fish, which will become Octopi. And I was like, we cannot fucking do this, because Xyris just wins the game before you get to any of that stuff. And what I tried to pitch them on was do a Kellen the Kid deck instead, because Bant lets us tutor this enchantment more easily. It lets us make copies of this enchantment more easily, and it lets us play a bunch of top deck control stuff so that we can always make sure there is a land on top of our library. And in the, like, I made a 10-minute version of the deck, and in the first playtest, it was like turn 5, we had an 8/8 octopus. Turn 6, we had another, and we had a second copy of Fisher's Talent. And we were like playing Magic the whole time. So I'm kind of up on Kellen the Kid now, because that shit was crazy. How to get deck roast. Must pay through Ko-Fi, unless if stream go fast, we raffle off free one. Strict Drama, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse. And Malibu, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse instead. Is Zask a good commander or nah? So 369, damn me fine. They're kind of in a weird spot where Zask is a good bracket 2 commander and potentially an okay combo commander. In between, they're tough. What about Xavier Sol, also on theme? Doesn't have I think white gives us better tools than black. Although I do like Populate. I'm thinking about it. I think Xavier Sol is also, there's also potential there, because black, or having Populate in the command zone is dope. Had to come from TikTok because I hate their horizontal live format. Thank you, Malibu Blue. I appreciate that. Most of the reason I go live on TikTok is so that people know I stream. Thoughts on Najeela C EDH? Fine. A little bit dated. Still works. My free one yesterday was Peak Captain America. It's way more functional. I swim fly. I'm so happy to hear that. What about Zedru? Targeting a creature with an equipment attached. Do they get control of the equipment? No. If you have Zedru and you give them control of a creature that has an equipment you own attached to it, you still control the equipment. You can still, I believe, activate the equip ability to move it back to one of your creatures. Thoughts on Crystal, 4-color Curiosity for CEDH? Let me go find her. This one? We're talking about this commander? Young Neil, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. I appreciate that generosity. Yeah, dog shit. Awful. No, I mean, like, Storm Outlet in the command zone with 4 colors is not nothing. I am not woefully impressed, but also, like, yeah, it's fun to shake stuff up. I'm sure you could do something with her. Malibu Blue, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Welcome to the dog home. I play Balin. What kind of person am I? I know you're the type of motherfucker who loves a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you dumb bitch. I know you're the type of person who loves macaroni and cheese, stupid bitch. You probably enjoy Marvel movies, dumb motherfucker. You probably enjoy decent literature, piece of shit. I swear she's just 4-color Vivi in CDH. I don't even think she's as good as Vivi. Maybe she's better because you get more colors. Vine Boom not working, I'm gonna fucking spit. Oh, it's because I was recording. Yeah, I had my headphones muted, or the input for it muted because I was recording deck reviews yesterday. Four-color Vivi. I do think, I don't think 4-color Vivi is like, I hit the clip button, Kuro can put the Vine Booms in post. Look at Jeskai Ascendancy plus Curiosity build for Crystal Shino Dis Vivi. I mean, you can say that all you want. I just don't believe you. I think a lot of CEDH players like to pretend they have infinite mana, but every CEDH game I've played in and every CEDH game I've witnessed with CEDH players who are better than me, a lot of people get stuck on their combos by like 1 fucking mana. And I think there is a very big difference in the degree to which Vivi is a mana battery versus the degree to which Crystal is a mana battery. And a lot of people will be like, oh, but I have so many other ways to make mana. And it's like, yeah, you do, but you have to spend card slots in your deck. So I think they're different decks. I think Crystal has an angle that Vivi perhaps doesn't have with all the colors. But saying like, oh, this no-diff Vivi is just blatantly disrespectful of Vivi's ability to float 10 fucking mana. Food Chain and Squee? Okay, you have to draw them and resolve both of them and have them not be countered. Like, you don't, in CEDH, you don't just get to do stuff. You can't just be like, yep, these good cards exist and I've definitely resolved them. And then hit a fucking B-boy stance. Like, people do stuff to you. Like, it's still good. I don't think you can't run this in CEDH, but it's just, it is a lark. It is a lark to imagine like, oh, this no diffs an extremely playable CEDH commander. It doesn't need jank. This isn't jank by any standpoint, Rocks. We have having a damage outlet in your command zone that will turn a storm turn, like it will make a storm turn kill people. That's solid. What are some ways to not get counted into Oblivion and Mono Black and CEDH? Lie to people. That's your only fucking option, dog. I'm gonna be so for real. Mono colors in CEDH, they have no deck tech. They are liars. They watch Suits. They are on their Neil Caffrey shit. They are on their Barney Stinson shit. They are bad people. That is what you have to be to play monocolor in CEDH. Mono green, Selvala, Yisan. Liars. Eric. Liars. You have to lay in wait. like a trapdoor fuck ass for other people to use their interaction on other people who played good decks, and then you swoop them. Recipsol, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friends. Hey, thank you, Lone Wolf. Do you have a favorite CDH deck? The one that I wanted to be good was Tyam. I played it for a little bit when I was like a newer commander player. I went up the ranks into CDH. But this was when Tyam was starting to fall off because Stacks as a whole was beginning to fall off. Spriggan Solstice, there is a roast command. We may have a free raffle today. On the concept of delusion, do you think I can craft a non-combo Delve Taval deck that wins by milling opponents at low brackets? You definitely can. The question is just, why is Taval your commander? Like, you can do it, but all the things that are going to make it work are not going to give a shit about Taval, because to make it work, you're going to be playing Riverturn Monument, you're going to be playing the Water Crystal, and you're going to be combining these with regular mill engines, which are all good, and none of them need to be Sultai. None of them need to delve. None of them are mana intensive enough that you even care about Taval's delve thing. Yes, Whitebread, you can go first. I do need to go use the bathroom, so I'm going to go pee. We'll be right back, and we're going to get into the first deck for the day. Because I want to play stupid spells like Villainous Wealth too. That's going to be, you will be surprised at how little that works. People, one thing I saw over this weekend at Command Fest, people are becoming way more aggressive about chipping life totals down in the early game. Maybe this doesn't hold up at your local LGS. If that's true, go off bestie. But I saw way more people just like, I'm going to get in for the damage that I can early. And so trying to do Delve Taval, Arbiter, trying to do Delve Taval, if you go to cast a big Villainous Wealth, you just die. You just die because you've already lost a bunch of life to cast whatever setup spells you were doing. People aren't going to be swinging into your life linker. You're going to get maybe 6 life a turn back, but if you don't give this guy vigilance, you're going to swing to Vol for 6, lose 2 to 3 life to cast a spell, lose 10 life to the table beating the shit out of you, and then you just won't be able to resolve your Villainous Wealth. Got it, boss. I'll also play stupid bite spells too. Fuck, that might actually work. Fuck, that's... You are actually on one now? Proceed. Proceed. I'm so sorry. I'll be in the bathroom. I'll be in the bathroom regretting everything I told you. Okay. Maul, what do you think about Ancient Tomb being an auto include as a game changer in bracket 3 decks? Heard that take. I mean, that's just flatly wrong. Early mana advantage is really, really good. Ancient Tomb should probably be up there in your consideration, but there are a ton of reasons you just wouldn't want to play it. Like, it's just not that good. The Gate, the Guard, the Key, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the second month in a row. Just to let you know, Maul, you're the funniest MTG YouTuber out there. Never change, only grow. I appreciate that very much. I had a joke about telling Magic the Noah to go fuck himself. But I couldn't quite get there, so I apologize. I'll do my best to grow. Is there a dono to get a deck looked at? To get it looked at instantly is $500. AM Smile. It's $75 to $75 to buy a deck roast when they go on sale. They go on sale on Sunday. We got to get into White Bread's deck though. All right. So White Bread has sent in a silly deck. I want to hit my opponents with very funny cars with silly ETBs. Okay. Mishra hit me with his kitted out Honda Civic in 2022 and wouldn't give me his insurance information. That's a good start. That is a good, honest start. So Mishra, what do? They make a token copy of non-creature artifacts you control, but it has a different name. It's a 4/4. We sack it at the beginning of the end step. So what do we have to do? We have to ramp to this commander, get good non-creature artifacts. Let's explore the timeline where your commander made a cameo in Cars 2. Okay, hold on. All right, my bad. Okay, White Bread. Let's see what you're doing. Let's pull some shit up. It's only downhill from here, brother. It's only downhill from here, but you did fucking great. We're going direct to the playtest. All right, so I have one land. I have two lands. I have two mana rocks. I have a dog shit vehicle that is oh my god, this is fucking Rhystic Study. This is the Wrist Drifter. And what does this do? Deals X damage to a creature. We have card draw and removal and removal. Holy fuck. All right, I draw a card. Delta is gonna get, you have a Triumph. I know you have a Triumph because I love you. And you have Xander's Lounge. That's my fucking goat. That's my fucking goat. Turn 2, I ramp. Turn 3, I ramp. I have 3 mana. I can get Muzio. 4 mana, look at top X, where X is the highest mana value. You can put an artifact from among them onto the battlefield. That's dope, actually. Okay. I think ETB deals 5 damage to target creature an opponent controls. Make a treasure when they're dealt excess. So I think like having Mishra out doesn't do anything unless we have a card, a copy. So I'm going to do a vehicle first. I'm going to drop the Galleon. I'm going to shoot an elf in his stupid fucking forehead. I'm going to make 4 treasures. I don't need land drops. I have 4 treasures because I shot an elf in the head, Alec man. Now we go Mishra. Oh, it just makes 1. So I just have 1 treasure. That's a goddamn shame. That's okay, though. Mishra. Beginning of combat. I make a new Galleon. I shoot another elf in the head. I make 1 more treasure. I probably crew the other one. I slam 10 damage in. That's hot. I sack this thing. Go to my next turn. Oh, that makes me happy. Oh shit, that would make 2 treasures because I had 2 Galleons. Yes. Thank you for keeping me honest, chat. So we could Reaver Titan if we need to. I don't think we need to. I think this is the moment where we probably get responsible and do some card draw. But like, I'm feeling this deck in a nasty, silly type of way. Because in my hand, I can remove, I can dig, I can draw cards, I can damage opponents. We have every fucking thing you would want to do in a commander game, including bullying the green player. So let's drop Hull Drifter. Draw 2. There's my land drop. Thank you. Jesus Christ. On combat damage face a villainous choice. They sack a non-token creature, they lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. This is why. This is what people want Eggman to be. You have put Eggman out of a fucking job, Whitebread. You have unemployed Jim Carrey. That's amazing. I'm debating how I sequence this, but every way to sequence this is awesome. Like I probably copy Galleon because I want more treasures. 5 damage, there's probably something to shoot. So I make 2 treasures because I have 2 Galleons. So I have enough money now that on end step, I'm probably going to... No, I'm probably going to hold up Muzio. I'm probably going to use these treasures for Muzio. So I go to other people's turns. I've dealt with like the problematic... I'm not worried about not having counter spells because I have dealt with 3 problematic utility creatures. So on someone else's turn, I go 1 mana, treasure, treasure, treasure. I look at the top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just get an artifact out. Yeah, I can get more board control because I'm the devil. Or I can give my artifact creatures menace. I think I want the submersible because now I can deal with a non-creature permanent. I mean, I don't think... Here's the thing, Lokieran. I don't think anything about Mishra hit me with his kitted out Honda Civic in 2022 is I'm a silly guy. Yeah, he ran you over, then backed up. So we bounce whoever the non-creature player is. We go to our next turn. We hit our next land drop. We have enough mana that I think if we're trying to end the game now, we slam Reaver Titan, right? If we don't need to end the game now, like if we think trying to end the game, people are going to interact with us, we can drop like Pinnacle Kill Ship. We can drop the Damocles base. We could do Lithoform Engine for some crazy greed shit. I think I would drop Damocles base. So I would play this. And then it's like, holy fuck, I can deal with the non-creature player, I can deal with the creature player, I can draw new cards, or I can deal with the Voltron player. Yeah, Dallas, you have an Eggman deck? It's dead. It's dead. It's all Mishra now. Get out of here, NVIDIA app. Holy fuck, dude. This is insane. This is insane. Like, there's a possibility we don't win this just because we get hit with, like... I mean, I don't even know. Like, they hit us with... Let's see. If they hit us with Farewell All Modes. Yeah, you don't have to break the legend rule. Oh, you were trying to break the... Yeah. More cars, baby! More cars! I mean, from this playtest, 0 notes. We could get hit with, yeah, River's Rebuke. We could get hit with Farewell All Modes. Maybe the only thing we can hold against you is, like, you should probably keep a counterspell in the pocket because all of these turns we've had 1 to 2 spare mana, and we are balling out. We are making mana. We are drawing cards. So probably keeping a counterspell in the back pocket is like the most important thing for you because you would you would skid out and go off the side of the highway if they hit you with the Farewell All Modes. But anything short of that, which is basically like everything else in Commander, I don't think you give a fuck about. Okay, greedy ass. Get this. Yeah. So we cut that. We cut that. Um I think we can do better than this. I'm trying to imagine how, but I think we can do better than this. Because what I'm thinking, like, I like the Master Multiplied. Keeping these 4/4s is dope. Fucking Thanos copter, bro. God damn it. If they remove our commanders, we have no ways to crew though. How many real creatures are in this deck? Um 9. I think it's okay that we don't have great ways to crew. I mean, let's live in that world. What happens to this deck if they remove our commander? I wouldn't keep this hand because we have no ramp. This is kind of a rough one, but we have ramp. So turn 1, turn 2, a ramp, RMS Titanic, turn 4. All right, we play our commander. They kill him on sight before we get to combat. They're like, fuck no, you have the Titanic, eat shit. In response, we crew the Titanic because you can do that at instant speed. We swing the Titanic and we make 7 treasures. I wonder what we will do from this precarious and difficult position. Me personally, I'm slamming Portal to Phyrexia and telling them all to go fuck themselves. And then I think we're good. I think we're fine after that. What about this hand? We play land, we ramp, play land. We don't want to Sakashima. What if they remove him before your turn? Yeah, they do the fucking Paul Conway and they just eat him as we try to resolve him. I think maybe the worst thing about this deck is how many 5-drops we have. That's like genuinely fucked up because here we are on turn 3, we've ramped, and on turn 3 we are like empty board, nothing to do. We do have very bad financing options on these Honda Civics, and like they're used cars. You shouldn't be paying more than $1,000 for them. Because now we're fucking another 5-drop has hit the deck list, and these are all good. None of these are bad. But we're now behooved to go like, okay, turn 4, right? We can cast Sakashima, but it enters as another creature we control. So we're casting a dry 3/1. We're casting a fucking abilityless 3/1. Right? This can't clone other people's stuff. If this could clone other people's stuff, I would be like more okay with it. So we get Mole Module, and this actually, so Whitebread, genuine cause for concern. This was the type of deck that died first, all throughout Command Fest. They had crazy good stuff to do eventually, but these 4 turns where you don't do anything, everybody who has like a 1-power creature, a 2-power creature, a 3-power creature, they are swinging on you. People have stopped leaving their shit at home. They are breaking into your home to come get your kneecaps. So I would recommend trying to find 4-drops that you can slot in so that you can play your commander on turn 4 and start getting board presence. Because right now we're wide open for a really long time. And once we stop, like we're not even going to stop being wide open here because we're going to get Mishra. Oh no, we're going to stop being wide open. Because we're going to deal a shitload of combat damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, never mind. You hit Portal to Phyrexia. My fault. My fault. You board wipe everybody. Go home. Whitebread won. The baby girl was yowling. Yowling. What's wrong? Yeah, very good, kitty. This is Briar. This is little baby Briar, who's so regal. The gate that guard the key, asking about the $500. That's just a straight donate. There is not a commission option, but I should have it. Somebody asked, but at least the deck is good for bracket 3, right? The deck is very good for bracket 3. It's closer to being good for bracket 4 actually than it is to not being good for bracket 3, because the combat damage thing, I think combat damage falls off as you go up in brackets a little bit, unless you're playing against a Voltron player. I believe in this deck more in high bracket 3 than I do in low bracket 3, which is kind of funny. I think in low bracket 3, there are more players who are going to try to stick like a big 7/7 early and just fucking wail on you. Versus in high bracket 3, people are going to be trying to assemble combo engines or like assemble their own utility stuff. And I think this deck cooks the shit out of those decks. This is stone cold awesome. This is in my bracket 2 games. This shit is gas, brother. This shit is gas. Let's look at what other vehicles we got at mana value 4, because that's really, I think, the only thing we're missing. Get the regalia in this bitch. You can't play Asika's Chariot. You could do Surge Hacker Mech. I think that's non-zero. Recon Craft Theta, we might accept it. We could do Belligerent just because it does ramp us a little bit and it gives us top deck access. We have Titanic in the list already. Little Mix Doom, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Welcome to the dog aisle. Do you think Loki's Scepter would be funny enough? I don't think it's on theme enough. Maybe you could do it as like, this is my stick shift. And like we could crew a vehicle with it one time. I'm not in love with it though. It's fine. It's fine. I am reading YouTube chat, you fuck ass. I'm not adding Commander Grixis. I'm training my brain. I'm sorting cards in real time. Lunar Whale doesn't do it. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. What is this if not a kitted out Honda Civic? Hold on, right? Because this is an ETB trigger. We are about to rip through our entire fucking deck. We play this guy. Now, we will exile shit forever that will make us sad. But if we're in bracket 2, I don't think that should matter because we don't have one win con. We have a million different win cons. Ew? Yeah, but like when a rapper goes ew because they've done... Like, that's a Childish Gambino ew. I don't think we want Sundial of the Infinite. How did I miss Smuggler's Buggy? Because you were a greedy bitch. That's how. So you get Smuggler's Buggy, not Fleet Wheel Cruiser, not Ghost Arc. The Boom Mobile's crazy. Oh, but only to activate abilities? Fuck, that sucks. That sucks. That was gonna be so insane. I just want to say this. I just want to say I'm dropping the Bomat Bazaar barge on you. This one's not good, but I think this is another like B+. If you can't find a better option, this is 100% on theme for what we want to do. It's going to draw us cards, and it fits into the curve where we need it to fit into the curve. That's downright solid. Are we fucking with the Fantastic Car? Leave the Fantastic Car to Legacy. We don't need to fuck up bracket 2 with the Fantastic Car. Anime King, I haven't looked deeply into it. The art looks dope. Little Big Stew. Dog, white bread. Hold on. I'm taking this. This is $560. I'm gonna find a way, okay? Because this is awesome. This is stone cold dope. A higher class of hit and run. Interesting. I don't think we need this. I don't think this I don't think this is enough of a banner. I would rather go for something that was like artifact creatures, like artifact creatures go crazy. Like I'm thinking of is it a Krang? Yeah, like if I wanted to make my artifact, if I was like in the clutch and I needed to win with my artifact creatures, I'm dropping Krang on the field. this is this is my passenger princess. Oh shit, yeah. Well, I know I think Cyberman Patrol says non-token, right? Oh no, this is a Flick 3. That's fine. I don't know if I'm sold on that one. I just know that I'm more sold on Scorpec. I'm way more sold on Menace than I am on one instance of +1/+1. I realize we can clone this one with Mishra, so it could be +2/+2, but I feel like I would rather use the clone on a thing that was removal. Ooh, this is just non-legendary. Yeah, if we want an over-the-top thing, I would pick this. I realize it's not a vehicle, which like kind of feels bad, but it is an artifact. And then I don't ah no, it's good. You should play this. I want to hate on this card, but you should play this card. Okay, good. We have Horde Hauler. Um I don't believe in Relic of Sauron for this deck. I don't think this is a deck that like I think you would rather play another 2 mana rock because the curve we really want is turn 1 I pass. I'm a fair Magic player. Turn 2 I play a mana rock. Turn 3 drop a solid vehicle. Turn 4 drop my commander. And there are very few worlds where the upside of Relic of Sauron, like the add 2 mana and the ability to do some card cycling, I think we are better off just getting to the vehicle quicker. Oh yeah, like I mean technically yeah, we can ramp ourselves super hard. Like our commander becomes like a shitty ritual if we have this on field. Okay. I like the cookery there. I do think we can just do better than it, but that is a little bit of cooking. Full Throttle's low key a game winner. That's not even a flavor ad. That's like low key very good. Adewale. Let's see. Yeah, we got to put Regalia in here. Regalia, I think Regalia does what we want Relic of Sauron to do. I love all of these. Never change. Ichor Wellspring is hot. Oh, 1 second. Dermotaxi? I don't think I think we scrolled past that one and I was unimpressed. Yeah, we don't really care about making. I don't love Depth Shaker Titan. We have that one already. No, get out of here. All right, give me 1 second, everybody. I have to handle. I have to handle some business with Z. Does the commander need more protection? Always fear to get spot removed into the Stone Age. I don't think it really does. I think they've built the deck responsibly enough around their like removal and draw and other threats. I think what we are more afraid of, I played these in a different order, shut the fuck up. I think what we are more afraid of is low to the ground aggro decks, because this deck is very regularly taking 3 to 4 turns to establish any board presence. And when we do 3 to 4 turns to establish any board presence, it becomes extremely possible that we get fucking clowned. I make a copy of this. I mechanize production my Mana Rock because I'm a freak. I sack it. And so it's like our commander gets spot removed here. We don't care. Like, we have the mana to just replay him. What kills us is a combination of we get spot removed a few times and we don't commit removal vehicles to board. When we are able to commit a removal vehicle to board, like the Magmatic Galleon, we're fine because we can shoot the thing that's threatening us. If we cannot shoot the thing that's threatening us, we can get overrun before we get up to highway speeds. And that's the only weakness the deck has. But that's hot as fuck. Whitebread, thank you so much for the submission. I hope you enjoy the suggestions. Thank you for sharing. We're going to go to the manual ad break, and then it's going to be time for Doodles or Red Gecko, depending on who is there. So, link is going in chat. Are the next row slots opening at the end of the month? Probably yes. Mauled, what would you say is the most underappreciated commander archetype and why? I can't really think of one, man. Like, Commander's gotten so big that now everybody has defenders. Like, everybody has glazers. Every archetype, every commander has somebody who loves it more than anything in the world and appreciates it enough for everybody. Do you upload these stream recordings? Yes, they go up on my YouTube channel, and they also get edited down into long form videos for my YouTube channel. Will these new row slots open at the same time as new deck reviews? Yes. Yeah, I think the Magic Mirror podcast did an episode that was just talking about like underappreciated archetypes, but I think it's all just, it's all just 18 layers of bias of like what deck archetypes do you see regularly, and therefore what do you not see, and therefore what do you think is underappreciated. Is that tentative date still the 26th? Yes. Tim decks, maybe? Those are overappreciated. People should hate those. What is it? Prodigal Sorcerer? Yeah. Because we've seen one of these on the channel. That is not underappreciated. People appreciate this man exactly as much as they should, and it is 0. Maybe -1. All right, Doodles, are you here, or are we going to be doing Gecko next? Oh, man. My vision's not blurry, but it's a little shaky. I miss my Tim deck? Don't. It's underappreciated because people don't talk about the Monty Python printing enough. That is good. I feel like people talked about this a fair amount. They talked about it like as much as they could. You know what killed me the other day? After I did the Zergo roast, somebody left a comment that was like, "Thank you for making a video about this deep cut commander." That is how bad product fatigue is getting. That is how bad the endless deluge of cards is I made a video about a headline precon commander from last year, and they were like, "Thank you for thank you for bringing up the deep cuts." All right, see you, Sam. I didn't know Zergo existed, to be fair. Yeah, like Photon, it's not even their fault. That's the thing, is so much stuff is coming out that, like, yeah, of course you don't remember Zergo. He was in a river of other Magic cards. Maul, thoughts on Wurnog and Hargild as a Blink Dungeon commander pair? I did, Alec, man. Thank you. It was interesting because no, this sucks. Wurnog's good. I mean, I guess it's like you get some solid draw power, which does help. Anyway, but the Zergo roast was interesting to me because I did it and I didn't feel like I did a bad job, but I came out of it being like, that was mid. And mid for me is a pretty high standard, but I was like, that one was just fine. I'm glad that I put an honest effort into it. I'm glad that I created something today, but I was like, that one is just okay. And then I had a number of people be like, your best work ever. Your best work ever. And so anybody who's interested in doing social media or doing anything creative in general, that's why you just have to post shit. Because some days you will make something that you think is just fine, that you think is a good, honest effort, but is just okay. And somebody else will be like, this is the best shit you have ever done. My goat, my king. Like, I've shown my wife, somebody who doesn't know Magic laughed at this. And that will help you keep going. Through all the creations you make that you don't think are that good, but you think are fine. That made me happy. So thank you guys for saying so. I still think the Ansrag roast was amazing. I think I remember liking the Ansrag roast. I think my best one in recent memory is Molecule Man. Molecule Man was really good. I think Scarlet Witch was really good. I think Lucky was really good. I've been on a hot streak recently, in my own opinion. Precon commanders are increasingly reaching the Glup Shido limit. Magic is reaching the Glup Shido limit. Okay, so Doodles is not here. Right, Red Gecko has the blue name. Let me go look for him. Yeah, I can't see you. Red Gecko, roll call, please. Let me know you're ready to go. You are here and you changed your color to red. Thank you, Goat. I appreciate that. Let's move on to Red Gecko's deck. I want Chris Cornell to sing his songs to burn my opponents. Interesting. Chris Fable Singer. You said you have, that's the PFP. Is that the Great Lebowski? I think that's the Great Lebowski. You recast Narcy as a white man? We are off to a horrible start. We are off to a terrible fucking start. Let's see what happens. All right, I have 3 lands. I have a very old life gain card. Okay, I can make things creatures. And I have some bad removal. I want a mulligan for something a little hotter. Yeah, I have exploration and no lands. I have no lands. I have too many lands. Okay, but I have 2 surveil lands, so I think I'm going to keep this hand just to try to curve out with the, like, knowledge advantage. And then I have a doctor, a bad doctor here for some reason. Surveil 1. What's on top? Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh wait, no, we can sack a creature. We'll keep you on top. So we'll draw you. We will surveil again. Fuck off! I did not go through 3 mulligans of no lands to have you flip a 7 mana permanent in my face. Get out of here. You're being surveilled. Turn 3, I cracked. Do we have any other... What's the last surveil land? There's a white... Is there a white-green one? I'll just get this. I don't care. So I get this. Oh, Lush Portico. Okay, let me look for that one. Yeah, I need info. I need info right now. Surveil 1. No more lands. We're done with lands. So now we can go turn 4. Our board has been empty the whole game. I play a 1-2. Got him. Knock him down. Line him up. Okay, Nylea's Colossus, Heat. I go Yawgmoth, Spooky Scary Town. I go Hauntwoods. We will Saga eventually. I just sack Rector to exile them, and I get some Saga into play. What's maybe my best Saga? Saga players, let me know. What is my best? I can't do Cloning of Shredder. I have no creatures in my graveyard. Bahamut is a Saga. Okay, yep, summon Bahamut. There we go. Got him. We blow something up. We blow some shit up. What the fuck? Bro, you have been... Are we making like a meta comment on the music industry with the Aristocrats pieces? Oh, Nyxbloom is engraved? Fuck that guy. I don't give a fuck about that guy. I'm Bahamuting. I Narcy. But is Nyxbloom an enchantment? Yeah, I don't even Narcy then. I Starfield of Nyx the previous turn and I bring back Nyxbloom Ancient. Jesus. And then I tap 2 lands for Narcy and I float 2 additional mana. I blow up another non-land permanent. I have so many lands. I probably like play Cruelty of Gix. I can read ahead. I can read ahead and search for something. What's the win con here? What is there one big win con we could search up with Cruelty of Gix at this point? We're 8 turns deep, we have triple mana. We have a way to reanimate stuff every turn. We have a way to sacrifice that stuff if it's a Saga creature. Am I like just looping Knights of the Round a couple times? Because I could see that, right? Like we get Knights of the Round, we sack them, bring them back next turn. We spend all our mana, dump our hand. Barbara and Replenish. I'm going to do the thing I said because I think it's better. So I'm going to get Knights of the Round out. I'm going to get some 2/2s. I'm going to kill them to Yawgmoth. Next turn, I'm going to bring them back. I'm going to get some 2/2s. Nostalgic Dreams is crazy. That's a little bit hot, but that's crazy. And then I just dump my hand to proliferate this to give my board +2/+2. I have like 14 indestructible creatures. Okay. Oh fucking K. Thoughts about Aftermax Calyx in this deck? If they're not in here already, it probably makes sense. Keep in mind, we haven't seen the whole list. We've just seen what's in that one playtest. It feels a little. I think what confuses me the most is I don't feel Chris Cornell coming through. If this is just meant to be an internal thing, chill ass, Brother Bear. I love that we're doing the tags with song names. I don't know Chris Cornell's discography. I don't think that's particularly important, but nothing about the deck feels music. Like if you played this and did not tell me there was a theme to it, I would not think there was a theme, right? If we intend for there to be flavor imparted by the way the deck plays, that's not happening. But if we just want to have it like painted over, like, God, I fucking love Chris Cornell. Here's my, here's my art proxy. Dope, that's fine. I think this is workable. It had 28 sagas, but that was way too many. There's no too many when it comes to affairs of the heart, dog. There's no too many when it comes to love. Searching my good eye closed. All right, seasons. I like that we have a lot of ramp. That's very important. We gotta get this shit out to play early. The day I tried to live. I don't love these. I like Replenish. I like Starfield and Nyx. I like Una Hope of Spira. I'm not I'm not totally convinced there's any one thing, like any one saga creature we could bring back that makes Animate Dead worth it. Because Animate Dead and Dance of the Dead already feel pretty fucking bad if people just use removal to get rid of the thing. And for many of our good things, they will self remove after a little bit of time, right? That's most themes, TBH. I mean, I think that's true by volume. I don't think it has to be true though. You know my name. Composer of Spring, I at least get their title sounds like music. I don't believe in that guy for a second. I don't believe in that guy for a second. I believe in all of our card draw engines. I know and I hate these creatures. I know they work. I think your land base is very solid. Uh I like that we have a Nixia, but yeah, like Animate Dead is fucking rough here. Animate Dead is heinous here. We're not replenishing shit, bro. The water flask is totally empty. We can burgeoning. Okay, burgeoning's actually fire here. So here we go. Yavimaya burgeoning. On our opponent's turns, we drop 4 lands into play. Best deck in the world. We command tower. We Narcy. On someone else's end step, we Vampiric Tutor. Maybe. What would it even be? We have a Nixia that can get something back from our graveyard. If I could, I would almost like Poithras. I will circle back to that comment when we're done looking at this deck, but give me a few minutes, buddy. Like if I could, I would want to Stargaze, which sounds like a song title, or I would want a Hermit Druid who looks like a musician. Like I kind of think what we're missing is we have a tough time building up to the big crescendo. It feels very clunky. We have a lot of the standard good stuff. We have those like Enchantress draw a card, reanimate my enchantments. But like a lot has to go right and a lot has to be uninterrupted for us to get to the big over the top shit. Like drawing Legend of Kyoshi now doesn't really do anything. Cloning of Shredder doesn't really do anything. A lot of these cards don't do much until many, many things have gone right for us. So I'd probably get Summon Titan from this position. Because that way I could go, I have board presence now, go fuck yourself. I've milled a bunch of stuff, which is also useful. Then on my next turn, get Mana Confluence, a Swamp. I get those back, and now I can Onyxia and get Battle at the Hell Vault. So it's now a 3/3 zombie. Uh, and then Summon Titan dies, but we get some good burn, right? We drain everybody for 5, which is not meaningless. We get our land drop. We can Cloning of Shredder and get Setessan Champion back as a token. It's starting to come together. Contained Animosity, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. I accidentally confused the words jacuzzi and yakuza. Now I'm in hot water with the Japanese mafia. I've unfortunately heard that one before, so you are banned as fuck, dog. Good try, though. Solid effort. Okay. So I'm with the shits. Let's see if we can figure out how to justify a couple important cards as music references, if you're down with that. Because I like the vision. I think what we can do when the machine is going... Divine Boom's still not working? Hold on. Oh, it is. The volume's just low. So, number 1, you're banned for lying and having weak ears. Okay, so let's talk about what would juice this deck up and what we can try to justify as being Party Rock Anthem. Stargaze. What do musicians do? They do drugs. What do you do when you do drugs? You lay on your back in a field. What are you looking at when you lay on your back in a field? The stars. And maybe your friend's butthole, depending on how close you are to Johnny Knoxville. So I think Stargaze would be dope for you for many reasons. 1, we probably have some life to pay. 2, we enjoy having things in our graveyard. 3, it is going to be hand positive and get us the important movers and shakers. We cannot be saying Stargaze is holy reach for musicality. Come on. If I played a soft instrumental right now, Mango, instrumental, or Garrett, if you are editing this one, instrumental, play a soft instrumental right now. Actually, play Through the Thunder and Rain, but don't, because we will get demonetized. Yeah, it looks like an album cover. Yeah, stargazing is one of the top 10 musical metaphors of all time. Exactly. So we get stargazing here. Hermit Druid has incredible motion. This is the one we want to reach for. That is Chris Cornell. Where's his profile picture? Find the difference. Find the difference. We get this guy. This gets 1 more billion things into our graveyard. Shit, that is exactly. I feel it perfect. So we're gonna get you this grave velocity. Now let's start talking about the big reaches. Because the big reach I want to sell you on is a tree. Has Chris Cornell, I'm not even gonna leave this up to you. We justifying shit today. Hold on. Who that is? Who that is? I think it's our boy. I think it's our boy. But if we can figure out a way, and like straight up, we have a small fairy baby. So I don't think we're reaching any harder than the deck currently is, but I think this would be very, very valuable to us, both as an early blocker. Like if we have turn 1 ramp, which you have a fair amount of, this guy being a turn 2 play is the best thing that can ever happen. He's also good the entire game long because your graveyard is only going to get bigger and bigger, and you're only going to be more and more willing to trade lands for sagas to get them back to continue draining the table. Other good shit we can make happen. I understood because of the YouTube thumbnail, red circle and arrows. Thank you, Mauled. Um, Other hot one. I want to cut Bitter Blossom and Soul Trader. This is what you're cutting them for. What you want. This looks like a rock show. Think like, not Soundgarden. Think like Woodstock if they had holograms. You know they would have been playing this shit. You know all them hippies would have been staring up at this man. This looks like fucking J.K. Simmons with a beard. Come on. This is Whiplash, brother. Get with it. Be on my tempo. Please. I'm coping. I'm seething. I'm trying to help you. This is also crazy once we get a little bit better at milling ourselves reliably, because once we're better at milling ourselves reliably, this is Saga come back every turn. Saga come back every turn. You removed my commander. It doesn't matter. I'm drowning you in value. I'm drowning you. I'm drowning you. You can't fucking stop me. In a similar vein, in a deck that can gain life, I got to play with this card. Stone cold, one of the best cards in the game. It is not slept on, but it is underrated. This is wildly good. Drawing, like, I know it's 5 mana. I know we're tapping out on an important turn. You have a little bit of ramp. Drawing 3 cards every turn for the rest of the game is fucked up. I did it in an Orzhov Abigail deck, and it worked. Your commander has a good text box. Imagine what could occur for you. Imagine what could occur for you. So other solid things we can do. I'm trying to think. It's not ramp. You could play more mulch creatures. Like I think there is an argument for getting our land drops while filling the graveyard. I don't think it's an absolute necessity, but I think it's worth talking about. What other shit could we do here? We want to sack enchantments. We want to have a lot of enchantments. We're not really in the colors to make crazy clones with them. We are in the colors to bring them back over and over and over. You already are with the shits with Saga Summons. Those are very good. We have ramp. But we still just need velocity, velocity, velocity. You know, Shigeki is pretty solid. He's pretty slow too, but he's not the worst. But he does at least ramp us. But he is like we got to keep it a buck. He is a fucking 4 mana ramp 1 spell, which is heinous. Shit is evil. 4 mana, get 1 land into play. But it does give us graveyard velocity. It does give us the ability to get non-legendaries back later, which is very solid. We have a like. I've seen some base players that look like this. Yeah, Gecko, I'm kind of with you. I don't like Cryptolith Rite because it doesn't get us to our commander more quickly. Oh, do we have Legend of Yang Chen? That would be very good. Everything we need, right? I think maybe we don't have this because it doesn't auto-sac. I had it but took it out. Interesting. What about it let you down? Was it just that you couldn't self-sacrifice with it? Is Sanctum Weaver in here? Yes. Yeah, they are. Do we have a World Spell among our bombs? I don't think we do. It was in the 18 sagas I cut, forgot why. You may have been cutting with big scissors, which is normal when you're trying to make a lot of cuts at once. Hello again, Tarkan. Aftermath analyst, since we'll be milling a bunch of lands, probably. I don't know if I believe in how much we're going to be... Oh, you do have World Spell, though. Oh yeah, it's over here. My bad. The thing is, I don't think we're milling that reliably yet. I don't think we're milling reliably enough to care to want to have Aftermath Analyst because she doesn't just straight ramp us. I do think we probably want Ripples of Undeath if we don't have it already. This is another like fucking insane early play. I think it's acceptable late when we have the mana to always be paying to get a thing back. Summon Fenrir? I really don't love Summon Fenrir. Like, it's not the worst. I just don't love a 3/2. Yeah, it's Fenrir is okay. Fenrir is like Cultivate. Fenrir, if you get 1 mana ramp on turn 1 and then you play Fenrir, good card. Every other situation, heinous dog shit. So I think we want Ripples, we want Hermit Druid, we want 6. You want the black paradigm, you want the white paradigm. What else? Is there anything? This is a pretty crazy card access card. Very fucked up. If we want to do mill, you could do Grisly Salvage. We have a lot of creatures. We have a lot of Saga creatures. So I would believe in Grisly Salvage as another one that's like, okay, let's get a little bit more velocity through this deck. Let's get a little bit more active in the graveyard so that our mill and our reanimation works really well. We have Summon Titan, yeah. Ballad of the Black Flag is not in our colors, Carmundar, but thank you. Poith Rest, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the Doghouse. I like Malevolent Rumble because this gets us a little bit of Narcy ramp. I have a lot of outright tutors. Salvage is a good shout. I'm gonna be real. I don't super love this as a tutors deck. Especially if this is a like you are a Chris Cornell tribute band. I think the more on rails you try to put this, the less good it is as a Chris Cornell tribute band. I think the better it gets as an Abzan Enchantments band or Abzan Enchantments deck, because you almost certainly have some type of combo loop you can do, like between Yawgmoth, Barbara, and Saga Enchantments. Like you have to be able to win the game on the spot, and because you have that, it's very possible that the upgrade path is just, okay, put in every tutor you possibly can and put in free interaction, and then you resolve this combo very, very quickly. But then I think the deck doesn't really function as a Chris Cornell tribute band. I think if we want to function as a Chris Cornell tribute band, we have to enjoy the ride a little bit more, and enjoying the ride tends to look a lot more like I'm doing more non-deterministic but consistent advantage versus like if I'm all in on tutors and I know that I have a 3-card combo, I mainly little guy for 6 turns, then kill everyone in 1 turn. I hate you on a fucking personal basis then. In that case, if you want to keep doing that, throw out every piece of advice I gave you and replace stuff at random with combos. Or not with combos, with tutors for your big turn pieces. I don't, LOL. Okay, so we want it to be... Do we want it to be a little bit more build up over time? Why aren't more people running Loading Zone from Thacker MTG? Because the card is bad. I hope that helps. This is why I attacked the little beaners on principle. Exactly. Because the other thing that I noticed, if we want to have this like have a little bit more of a gradual crescendo, what we definitely need more of is sagas that deal with onboard problems. We are being forced into Little Beaning because we cannot remove problematic permanents. So we have to try to beg people to not do anything mean to us. And so I already know off rip there is oh god, I can hardly remember it. Binding of the Old Gods. You have Bahamut. You could Eldest Reborn and get back one of your other sagas. There's fucking Primal Odin. This looks I don't know if Chris Cornell does heavy metal, but that looks heavy metal. There's Yojimbo, there's Elspeth Conquers Death. I don't really love One Ring to rule them all. If you are okay with non-saga enchantments to play into the enchantment game plan without having to do sagas, Darksteel Mutation is also a very, very good one. Grasp of Fate is ridiculously good. You might even be able to get away with Virtue of Persistence. Like I think what this deck is missing to have a more uh have maybe a more satisfying threat curve is we need more interaction. We need more interaction and we need more graveyard velocity. The things I would be cutting for that are probably Mending of Dominaria. Even though this is a saga, I would be trading it out for a different enchantment. I think this just doesn't mill us aggressively enough. Like Titan's great, Baelmerk's great. 2 per turn for 5 mana is really, really rough, even if it comes with this eventual ramp payoff. Um, I don't love Concordant Crossroads. I hate Yawgmoth on principle, even though he is the correct card to have in this deck. I think you should cut Bitter Blossom. I think you should cut Faith Healer. I think you should probably cut Demon of Fate's Design. I think you should cut Bloodchief Ascension. I think you keep all of these. I think you keep all of these. I don't think you keep Animate Dead or Dance of the Dead. But I think those can be replaced with the bigger I get to reanimate one thing every turn of the game. I don't think you keep Jukai Naturalist or Herald of the Pantheon. I think card velocity is more important than getting a 1 mana reduction because your curve is also pretty greedy. Like maybe these get us to double spelling a turn earlier, but we really want to be slamming like I want to feel good about slamming the 4 mana enchantment, blowing up the problematic thing, and then continuing to develop my board over time. Like let's just get to the place of I'm getting one very good and useful enchantment every turn. What about a Stelly Reclaimer? Non-creature, non-land, permanent. I think this is probably pretty hot, right? We have, ooh, never mind. A lot of our enchantments are creatures. I think this would have been hot when we were still on sagas, but when we're all in on sagas, not quite good enough. I don't like War and Soul Trader, actually. Cut that from ramp. And then we probably need to keep this many lands. And then we can start throwing in this removal stuff. We can throw in the card velocity stuff. And then we're going to be more able to compete on board early on. And especially if we get those other reanimation permanents or other reanimation spells off, we're going to be more resilient rather than being like, okay, I float 20 mana and then via Barbara Wright and crack cocaine, I Bahamut you 4 times. And that can still happen. The Barbara Wright Bahamut stuff can still happen. But we have more stuff we can do along the way that is hopefully more satisfying and lives up to Chris Cornell's legacy. Hey, thank you, Dale. I appreciate you telling Magitex what to do. Uh, what else would be crazy hot for this deck? I think we covered Calyx doesn't work. Yeah, Calyx is really greedy. It's very easy for this guy to not work at all, but when he does work, holy lord. Problem with United Battlefront is our sagas are too expensive. If this was non-creature, non-land permanent with like total mana value 6 or less, I would believe in it a little bit more, but because they each have to be 3 or less, we don't have many sagas that are there. Hammer, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Coming of Galactus. What about Galactus? This is bad, but pretty funny. I think this is probably too slow for bracket 3, and what probably happens in this deck is because we're still struggling with board presence, we're going to play this, blow up one thing, people are going to look 3 turns ahead and go, huh, we should kill them before they can summon Galactus. We want to play it a little closer to the chest than this. Fairy King, yeah, we're on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube right now. Rise of Sozin is thematic, but it does fucking doink our commander. Like, I would be... What's Narc's power? If I was going to be running board wipes in this deck, I would probably be doing, like... Fairy King, thank you for jumping over. I would probably be doing, like, Fell the Mighty. And I would probably run at least... I know you're already, like, kind of close to the chest on slots. I would probably be running at least 2 to 3 board wipes like this so that I could tutor for them in a pinch, because sagas want a lot of time to develop. Whatever we do to speed them up, if it's anything but a combo, it's still going to take multiple turns for you to get up to steam. And the way you buy those turns is you say, okay, well, you guys are playing good creatures. What if every good creature was dead? Another really good one for you. Right, you have a non-enchantment creature board wipe. That's solid. Your commander's not an enchantment creature, though. So we're even mopping up our own commander in that. But Promise of Loyalty is also dope. You really only need to have in the mid game, you need your commander and you need enchantments. And I think you would be happy to go, okay, I keep my commander, I sack my other enchantment creatures, but I draw that many cards. You guys lose your board except for your best creature, and now your best creature can't fuck with me. They are running Barbara. All right, put the fucking instrumental on. Put the fucking sad instrumental on. I know we can all hear it in our heads. I know we can all hear it in our heads. Magitex, thank you for jumping over. Doc Samsons gives Sagas an extra counter on entry. Yeah, but he's a 5 mana dork. We're not making money like that. We gotta get to the shits, man. We gotta do stuff. So for this one, I think this is dope. I think we're a little bit. I think we got a little bit of confliction going on, but I think it's a very cute deck. It's a beautiful pet deck. I love all your art printings. I hope we have given you some good direction on where to take it from here. Thank you very much for submitting. We're going to go to the manual ad break and then move on to Kill Rats. We're not making money like that when we're in green. What? We have 10 pieces of ramp. Oh, we have 15, but some of these are fake. Some of these are fake as. Did you mention Soundgarden earlier because you knew Chris Cornell was the lead singer, songwriter of Soundgarden? No, somebody in chat might have said it, and I might have just seen it out of the corner of my eye. I have no idea who Chris Cornell is, but I know Soundgarden is a band for old people. Which, no disrespect to you, I'm old people now. I was like, oh, Soundgarden's a band I know about. That makes it a deep cut. With love. Is there a free roast today? Maybe. It depends on how quickly we do the remaining decks. I'm hitting the manual ad break, and I am going to be right back. And then we're going to talk about how to get over a girl that doesn't like you for that one person from TikTok chat who jumped over. Oh, Doodles, yes, you're going to go next. You were supposed to be first. All right, we are back. King Cow, thank you for gifting a sub. Welcome to Dog Heaven. How do you submit a deck? I got a Kratos deck that I love. It's on Ko-Fi. We may do a random raffle, a free raffle later. It depends on the time. God, the burps, the timetable. Raging Knight, thank you for the 1 year at tier 1. Welcome back to the Dog Home. Well, it says 9 months in. I don't know, man. It says resubscribe for 12 months. They've been subscribed for 9. I don't know how linear time works. I drew back my fist and threw my back out at that music for old people comment. I'm so sorry to Truth Nuke you. Act Beat Music. Thank you for resubbing with Prime. Welcome back to the Dog Home. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Okay. There's a guy with a long name who I saw on TikTok who I think Poithres. Yes. Poithres asked about, let me find the specific thing. I'm scrolling. Mr. Maldhound, how does one stop feeling sad over a girl? The first and most important piece of advice anybody in romantic distress should understand: your coworker, your classmate, your whatever is not your soulmate. You are around them 40 hours a week. This is one of the most dominating characteristics of romantic interaction with people of whatever gender you are attracted to. Proximity will make you think you're in love with them. And so the number one thing to do if you are having unrequited love, remove yourself from proximity for a while. It doesn't have to be forever. It has to be for longer than you think you need to. Like, I was head over heels for this one woman in college. I was like, she's so perfect. She's so everything. If I could just convince her to see in me what I see in her, we would have such a beautiful relationship. And then I left the state for 3 months. And when I came back, I was all better. It was fine. And we were friends after that. And it wasn't a big deal. Like, you can get back to friendship with people like this. You can't do it if you keep seeing them every day. So that's step one. Step two is you have to throw yourself actively into other stuff. The other thing you need to understand, if you're not currently in a relationship with this person, you don't know them as well as you think you do. None of us know other people as well as we think we do. We know some of them, and the rest of them, we have created an idea of them in our heads. And if you just leave yourself alone at home with time to think, you are just going to ruminate on the idea of them that you have built up in your head. So what you have to do is you have to get some physical distance from them, and then you have to do a bunch of other shit. Get a new hobby, work out, get into a new video game, get into like go LARP, do anything, but you have to be busy. Like idle hands or the devil's playthings or whatever, pretty fucking accurate. Don't sit around and give yourself a lot of time to like spare time to think right now. And reflection is still important, but it should be targeted, transparent, and clear. You shouldn't just be like sitting in your room waiting to get over her, because it will never happen. And so some people are saying, but that's how I met the person I've now been with for 12 years, but I want to get together with someone I've been hanging out with for whatever reason, not someone from Twitter. I'm not saying you can't, not someone from Tinder. I'm not saying you can't meet people via physical proximity. I'm saying that physical proximity often amps your attraction to somebody. And so if you are unsuccessful in starting a relationship with them, it does not mean you have lost out on your one true love. Maybe you can find your one true love, and they just happen to work at the same Wendy's as you. But if the person you work at Wendy's with does not love you back, it does not mean you have missed out on the greatest romance story the world has ever known, if that makes sense. 2%, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse, my friend. Like, meeting somebody as a friend first and then falling in love, I think is much more reasonable than the internet would have you believe. You should like the person you love. You should be friends with the person you love. They should probably be one of, if not your very best friend in the entire world. So it's still good and healthy to meet somebody via proximity. You establish a non-romantic relationship with them, and then you decide later that that relationship is going to become romantic. That is what happened with Z and I, and it's beautiful, and it's wonderful. And also, if you're just crushing super hard on your high school classmate, your college classmate, your work peer, try not seeing them every day for 3 months. If you're still deeply in love with them, maybe that is your one true love. More likely than not, you won't be in love with them anymore because it was just a proximity-based crush. Gate the guard the key. I know you're being funny. Friend zone's not real. It's not real. As somebody who believed he was trapped in it for a long time in many of my relationships, the friend zone is as real as you believe it is. I'm just saying, calling somebody 1 in a million still means you've got another like 7,000 to 8,000 chances. True. So it's very real. God damn it. So yeah, Poithras, with this, I think I got your name right. Hold on. Poithras, yeah. Do you, this person you're having trouble getting over, how often do you see them? Or how often do you watch their, like, do you look on their page on social media? If you are still here. If you're not still here, I will just keep preaching from the mount till we do Doodle's deck. They live in the same house. That was good to hear. Just got out of a 3-year relationship and unemployed at the moment. I don't feel sad about the end, just missing it, no contact. Perfect. That's gonna take a while to heal. That's a deep wound, dog. 3 years is a long fucking time. Don't rush yourself. The unemployment double feature is definitely gonna make it infinitely worse. So just do your best. Try to keep yourself busy any way you can. I would really recommend working out to some degree if you don't already. Maybe you do, but that like lawyer up, delete Facebook, hit the gym. It's good advice. Would you say you met with Z via MTG, or did you just randomly become friends? We met through MTG for sure. We met first, and our relationship for quite a while when we first met was just as peers who both played Magic and made videos. It's a gash. Yeah, Titan. It's hell, just start going for big, long-ass walks around town. Walks are undefeated. Go for walks, do push-ups, do crunches, do anything to make yourself feel good about what you were doing. Charmander, yeah, you can go after Doodles. I've been walking every day since then, and I'm quite literally down 30 pounds and feel great. That's what I like to hear, dog. Congratulations. Nerd Rage is going good. We're doing a quick little tangent for relationship advice, which is a bald man I'm definitely qualified to give. And we're about to move on to Doodle's commander deck. So Doodles has sent in Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss. Okay. Let me close all these extra windows. Oh, fuck, it's a Bumbleflower deck. Okay, Supreme Art of War, subdue the enemy without fighting. We have Glunch, Colonian Hydra, and Riot Control. And then a little bit of Pillow Fort. That's fine. Nope, we're double spelling. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to react. We're double spelling. Sure. Sure, you get to keep this. We do nothing on turn one like an adult. We have to play this tapped land because it's going to come in tapped whenever we do play it. Turn 3, Glunch. I'm going to give myself a 2/7 to block with. Right? Nobody can kill me now. Somebody else gets counters, somebody else gets somebody else gets treasures, somebody else gets a card. On my next turn, what the fuck? You have shown me one 5-mana. You've shown me Opt and a 5-mana creature. What are we cheating in? I do love Coveted Jewel. I do love that. We can just put it in normal style. All right, I put in Miss Bumbleflower. I give myself 2 treasures for Coveted Jewel. Attacking one of your other opponents, you are a child. You are a child. I'm going to give myself 2 treasures. Somebody else will get a card. Somebody else will get 2 counters. I love how you're like, but it will motivate them to attack my opponents because it'll give them trample. Anyway, Coveted Jewel. But this Coveted Jewel is dope because we have a 2/7 flyer to defend ourselves and a 1/5 with vigilance. So we are uninteractable. We play a land. We're tapped out otherwise. Probably Noble Heritage. God, we've given people a million cards. But I'm gonna put 1 Bumbleflower trigger on each of my guys. I'll draw 2. Go to end step. Opt got to get the fuck out of here. Ovia got to get the fuck out of here. Did we play that Jewel with Glunch treasures? Yes, I just didn't bother making them for time's sakes. End of our turn. I have mana for this already. I think I just give myself an even bigger flyer so nobody can get to my sweet jewels. Somebody else draws, somebody else makes 2 treasures. Yeah, sure, man. Colonian Hydra. Fuck yeah. I also have this upkeep trigger. I'll put 2 on Bumbleflower. Bumbleflower trigger. I will put another on Glunch. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else do I want to do this turn? What happened to Opt? Oh, I discarded Opt, yeah. Yeah, man. Tempt with bunnies. I draw 2 cards now. I'll put the next Bumbleflower trigger on Colonian Hydra. I'll say I probably draw a minimum of 2 cards here. Nice, man. fuck, dude? Somehow the Hydra is the weakest guy in your team in a Bubble Flower deck. We just played him, all right? What's the theme again? The theme is, I believe, I am using propaganda on middle schoolers. The core of this deck appears to be people simply will never use removal on me because I'm such a chill guy. Because there's like there are evolutions in Commander. Like, you know how teenagers don't have your frontal lobe developed? The not having your frontal lobe developed in Commander is when the Bumbleflower player offers you a card, you never spot remove them. And it appears we are operating a little bit below that level for this deck, because this is just whole ass. I'm going to play one really solid creature, and you're never going to do anything about it because you drew 2 cards. Yeah, you can't. That would be fucked up. How dare you remove Bumbleflower, dude? I'm not giving you any cards anymore, other than the 3 I already gave you, you bitch. You bitch, you murderer. Yeah, I don't think there's no gaslighting, there's no gatekeeping, but there is nonstop girl bossing. You cannot look at a 6'11 jellyfish and tell me that's not girl bossing. You cannot look at this BBL rabbit and tell me it's not girl bossing. We've just skipped the first 2 steps. Like, we don't have anything to control the way up. Yeah, the gaslighting was saying that we had gaslighting. My pod is rather reluctant to remove Bumbleflower and lose the chance for cards at work. That's why I'm talking about the frontal lobe thing. Most Commander is played with an underdeveloped frontal lobe. So it does function, but it's like saying, like, whenever somebody tells me that their Bumbleflower deck works because nobody removes it because they want to draw cards, it sounds to me like they're saying, no, you don't understand. I'm really good at underground pit fighting. Middle schoolers just don't know how to keep their fucking hands up. And then I'm like, yeah, dude, I get it. And they're like, no, you don't get it. Like, they're so young, their shoulders just get tired and they inevitably drop their hands and then, like, that's what I hear. That's what I hear. So this fucks. This fucks. We get to do whatever we want. We play Mana-Gorge or Hydra. I don't even think we cast this dead ass. We put this on the table. That's the vibe I'm getting, is we're playing at an LGS where we can put Swords to Plowshares on the table, and this is a permanent fog because nobody will even swing into it. On every player's combat step, we're probably telling them some shit like, okay, but if you swing at me, I'm going to have to do this, and I'm going to have to let Terrence draw a card, but if you're nice to me, maybe one day I'll let... Oh my god, you're friend zoning your Commander group. Friend zone's not a thing. That's derogatory. But you're doing to your command group what incels think friend zoning is. Holy shit. And it only works on people who don't have their frontal lobe developed. Okay, actually, as a meta commentary now, I love the deck. I love the deck. I'm sorry I said anything. That's funny as fuck. Yeah. Jesus. Full circle. Yeah, circle meets square. Because, like, I have full belief that you could just put Swords to Plowshares on the table. Nobody will swing into you. Because they want the card. And then you'll pass to your turn and you still have the removal spell. And then we'll land drop and we'll play like Mana-Gorge or Hydra and struggle for Project Purity. And then we just fucking win, right? Like, nobody's gonna do anything to us. I always pick Brotherhood for the struggle. I mean, that's... Well, yeah, that's because that's the only correct thing to pick. Dog said, hey, Mauled, just so you know, if you're not quite sure how to navigate this card, because when I watch your content, you seem like kind of an idiot, I do always pick the mode that lets me draw 4 cards every turn. I know it's a little bit controversial. Truth Nuke inbound. I do pick the mode that lets me draw 4 cards every turn. All right, this is our next turn. You got fucking Dark Depths in here? Jesus. Okay. All right, brother. What the fuck is going on? I mean, this deck sucks. It's awesome. Hell yeah. This is like the perfect bracket 2 all-star. I think there is a combo for it. Are you about to tell me about Thespian Stage? Look me in my fucking eye. Are you about to say the words Thespian Stage to me? It has a funny tag. I'm gonna shake you till you sleep, dog. I'm gonna shake you till you nap about it. Hit Lady's contract. Okay. Hit Lady for hire. I don't understand the tag. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. For all this card draw, though, I'm not seeing a win con besides just making the bodies larger incrementally. Yeah, I mean, I would like real talk. I don't swing with it unless somebody wants me to. I hate you. No! No! I will accept everything else. I will accept that you are just fucking 10 toes deep in like tres leches cake your entire life and nothing bad ever happens to you. I will accept anything other than I brutally misplay the win con on board. Nobody do that. It's never funny. It's never funny. That like there's so much stuff you can misplay in Commander that is cute and makes enjoyable memories and makes the game better, and it's never I have a 20-20 or in this deck a 30-30 that I am not going to swing because it wouldn't be LOL ooh enough, or whatever fucking Tumblr reference we want to make. Hit him with the car. That's my only real beef. My only real beef. Because what you're doing, you're making a hostage situation, which is not fun for hostages. Even if the bank robbers are kind of cool dudes, and maybe they doom scroll on TikTok with you, and you guys have the same algorithm. You both follow Danny Phantom EXE, something like that. You both watch Zach the Bold skits. You are still a hostage. Mono green Ristics that were rage baiting me. We're rage baiting. I'm sorry. I fell for it. I fell for it. That's on me. That's on me as an entertainer. I should have looked at the tags first. I could have avoided a lot of pain. I could have avoided a lot of pain by seeing this outright lie a little bit sooner. I mean, yeah, it's Bumbleflower. It gets value. You play against middle schoolers, you're going to run this shit up. I know you don't, dog. We're holding the 2020 back. I know you don't. But if you ever wanted this to be better, our main problems are we have like 0 standalone threats, and we have not built our curve well to benefit from all of these cards. Like, we have a very clunky curve. We don't have any big over-the-top individual finishers. And we don't, like, it never felt good to double spell. Double spelling always felt like, we're just doing this shit to get the Bumbleflower trigger. And the Bumbleflower trigger by itself never really felt that good because we gave our opponents a million cards and could deal with, like, none of them. And so the moment we play against people who play real threats and are willing to swing them at us, holy shit. Look at the tag I gave Opt. Future better card. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, that's what you need, dog. 3 Sapphic Strixhaven. Fuck yeah. That is low-key what we need. Do we have that? Like, this is heat. That's a little Sapphic. Why no space lesbian? If it's bad to give other players cards, should they put Narset Part or Avails in then? No. So we talked about Group Hug recently on the podcast, and Veggie did effectively propagandize me that you shouldn't always be trying to poison pill. You shouldn't always be trying to poison pill your pod with Group Hug. You don't need to stop them from ever getting the benefit, but you have to make sure that you can use the cards better than they can. So we have to have a curve that is good at using the cards. We have to have like interaction that can solve the problem that our friends are going to have that our friends are going to make when they try to use the cards. And this deck just kind of lets everything get out of control in the hopes that it's going to get more out of control. And I don't think the threats are high enough quality for that to be true. If we were just like all gas, no brakes, I am constantly trying to go over the top of you, I would maybe believe it. Triskaidekaphile doesn't go over the top of a fucking dresser, dog. This bitch is 4'8". 20-toed Toad is a pet rock. Simic Ascendancy, like it's a bunch of the deck is just chock full of very greedy stuff that doesn't do anything unless two other cards have already done something, which does not really work for I'm just gonna slam over the top of you and I don't care that we all have a million cards. Mine are better. Oh, and these are our girl boss cards. Jesus. Jesus. One of these is okay. This guy's like B+. This is insane. My other lackeys. Like, I'm okay with Pensive Professor as a value piece, but he's like kind of the floor for me. This card is awful. This card is straight awful. Ovia is meant to be a politicking tool of giving creatures trample towards my opponents because, again, we are playing against people who do not have frontal lobes. We are playing against people who, like, for the promise of one card, will become Judas. Will become Judas Iscariot. So, Doodles, this is incredible rage bait. We should either upgrade our individual threats or we should play more into like flurry and when you cast your second spell every turn. I don't think Tygam's great because 4 is too many. Aligned Heart could be pretty fucking funny. The rest of these are dog shit, but consider Aligned Heart. And definitely do Cosmogran Zenith. Look at other when you cast your second spell every turn stuff, because that seems to be the type of thing you want to play into. And then just go nuts. I love lying. I love tricking the people close to me. That's great. Fuck. We're gonna go to the manual ad break, and then it's gonna be time for Red Charmander. From Yeah360, I hate job hunting, man. It has been draining, sending in thousands of applications only for rejection after rejection. Made worse, I've been doing all the chores around the house, and I have my father, who got me into technology and pushed me to get a degree in tech, now saying maybe you shouldn't go for your master's and go into a trade because of AI. Like, thanks for pushing me for a career, now basically saying I don't have what it takes to stay in it. I'm at a loss of what I'm supposed to do. One, that sucks. Two, I don't know your father. So I'm probably missing all the nuance and context of the conversation. I wouldn't assume out of hand that recommending you duck an industry that is rapidly getting eaten up by AI is necessarily saying that you don't have what it takes to make it. It's more so saying, hey, I think this industry is disappearing. Like that happened to fucking coal miners. People who, if somebody was recommending, hey, I don't think you should hold out for the coal mining industry to come back with Donald Trump, were saying, oh, you're not a good enough coal miner. They were saying, hey, the industry's fucked. The industry's fucked, and there's very little we can do that's going to save him. Now, if he was doing it in a hurtful way, if there's context I'm missing where he was like, I just don't think you personally can cut it in a world where AI is here, yeah, fuck that guy. That's very unsupportive, and that's not how a parent should be treating their child. I get to speak from the position of privilege of never having any fucking children. Ha ha ha. I get to have a little soapbox my whole life now. But that blows, dude. Take a deep breath. It's probably tough. It's going to stay tough. All you can really do is take it one day at a time and keep taking shots. If that's how we put it, at least. Yeah, for sure. I think the thing with AI and technology is like now if you want to go into tech, like I was speaking with a friend I was speaking with a friend who works as a programmer, and he was like, "Yeah, over the last year, it was astounding how many interviews went from like questions about coding, because programmers have what's called a practical interview, which is where they make you take a fucking exam at the interview to see if you can do coding like how the company wants." And he was saying in all the practical interviews, it went from how would you code this thing to how would you use AI to code this thing? Oh, he's super pro AI and magically thinks it will bring UBI and other programs when it can't do that. Okay, so like reckless optimism. That really sucks. Yeah, that really sucks for a whole other reason. Players Bear, thank you for the Twitch follow, and Minato and Dirk Dursky, thank you for the Twitch follows. Welcome to the Doghouse. Yeah, like every industry is trying to utilize AI right now. I think very few are utilizing it well. I think even fewer will be able to utilize it well consistently into the future. Um, but I don't know how long it's going to take for that cookie to crumble. It might not ever truly crumble. Like it may just become a more specific tool over time because I do think there's a massive financial bubble around it. There are a lot of like fake fucking business deals where Nvidia is propping up a ton of AI companies right now. Paul, do you have any cookery cards with Riz that would fit in a Dragon Lord Ojutai deck I'm trying to cook? Not really. I think the problem with this is Dragon Lord Ojutai cannot be the guy who cooks. You probably want to have some stuff that double strikes, like Duelist Heritage. But what you want for Dragon Lord Ojutai is you want him to be. He's like, because Ojutai is in my command zone, I need no card draw in my deck. I get to be a mega greedy bitch, and I don't have to run stock up. I don't have to run consult the star charts. I can run ramp and massive Azorius bombs because Ojutai is gonna find every card I need for me, and he's gonna spend a lot of his time hexproof. Bald, have you ever been blown out by a card you thought was draft fodder? I got destroyed by Cosmotronic Wave. No, that is kind of hot though. I've never lost a commander game in my life though, so I can't relate to what you're talking about. Personal question from Photon Ninja. What are your thoughts on all video game companies trying to say we don't own anything? Well, video game companies aren't doing that. Every company ever is trying to do that. Every company is trying to move to this sort of like you rent something, you lease a license to this thing. We don't own movies anymore. We pay attention to the rotating streaming catalog on Netflix or Hulu or whatever the fuck you watch on. Like you we don't own our houses. Many people don't own their cars. People don't own their games, their movies, their fucking audiobooks. They don't own physical copies anymore. Like, I don't know when it gets better, but it sucks. I'm trying to become a business analyst because I think it's the best way to transfer usage of AI. But because of my knowledge of business, AI is making less and less sense as a token, as one token can cost a company double-digit percentages of their token budget, but companies don't want entry-level people, and for the jobs they have entry-level entries for, they have insane tests. Like they wanted us to code in an IDE with no autofill for fucking Java. The language has so many syntax issues. Yeah, I agree with that. I think one of the jobs that are going to be least impacted by AI, or at least taken over by AI, is good salespeople. I am now at the age where I will get hit with like cold calls, door to door salesmen. Um, People need to sell me like services that I genuinely need. And salespeople suck nowadays. Salespeople are getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And my job is a salesperson. I sell you guys commanders. I sell you guys commander deck roasts. I sell you guys commander deck reviews. Like, all I do is sell, and people are dog shit at it. And AI sales funnels are also dog shit at it. They're better at like getting the low hanging fruit for people that were going to buy the thing already. But yeah, if you can become a good salesperson, you have a very, very strong moat against a lot of other people in the world. Do you have any tips for doing a secret commander? Don't. I hate it. I've always been a hater of secret commander. The only real advice is like use a lot of tutors. Maul, do you have any tips for playing Izzet big mana into giant artifact creatures? I really want to make a deck for bracket 2 or 3 that rolls out giant megazords in the late game. Yeah, even in Izzet, use mana rocks, don't use rituals unless you like. I don't even know what artifact creature you could play that would make a ritual okay, but don't do a ritual. So does that mean you don't like Rocco on principle? Correct. Ashton, thank you so much. That's very kind. Okay, fair, LOL. I just really want to use the Sauron Dino card to turn other people's stuff into dinosaurs. So that's dope. That's not even like Secret Commander. When you say Secret Commander, what I hear is if I don't play Sauron, my deck doesn't function. But if it, like having a favorite card in the 99 is not Secret Commander. Everybody has a favorite card in the 99. Everybody has a best card in the 99. Putting in tutors to find them, having good card draw to find them, that's different than I need this one card in my 99 or my deck does nothing. That's what I hate. So all I would do is I would just have like draw a lot of cards. Draw a lot of cards. Pinful Dwarf, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate those Bezos bucks. Okay, CDR Charmander. Let's do your deck. Can you copy paste the list into chat, please? But I can't make Phyrexian alter my commander. Have better goals. Have better dreams. I'm of the opinion that if AI was good, they wouldn't need to spend billions of dollars to convince us it's good. They could show us. You are correct. Have you done a roast on Greasefang? Not yet, and all the Greasefang enjoyers are going to be really sad when I do. Okay, we have Carolina Steals as a little treat from Corey Fenrir. So this is 5-color WUBRG. I get to float a lot of mana. What? Charmander, I don't think you're the same person, but like a week ago, we had somebody ask, hey, Mauled, I have a Carolina Dean deck and everybody hates it. Is it just locked to bracket 4? And if that was you, it makes infinitely more sense now. All right, we have ramp, down, solid. We have ramp, we have theft, keeping it. She can pay for transformation. I wasn't saying it didn't work, Brother Bear. Bring the car into the shop. Bring the car into the shop. I tell you, hey, maybe you shouldn't have diarrhea come out of your exhaust. And you go, no, but it sprays it really good on the children I drive past. Not what I said. Not what I said at all. Okay, so we go land, we ramp. We go, can we get this guy? Yeah, we can get Spider-Man 2099. Oh no, we can't. It's too early in the game to cast him. I'm probably gonna go get a Triome. What is a Jetmir's Garden? Yeah, I see Jetmir's Garden. We go this. We can get Carolina Dean now. Now we can't cast spells from our hand, but we can. Very fun. We can Hex Magic. We play this land. We do 3. We Hex Magic. This is my exile pile. I'm going to draw 5 more cards. And then I have Wooburg. Fuck me, this is good. Okay, no, I can tap correctly for this. So I can do red, and then I keep the black. I plan ahead. Using 4 of my mana, and then a black here. I'll probably leave up a white for like Swords to Plowshares. I do Black Cat. I've stolen 2 cards. I'm gonna flip this face down and use them as copies to represent my stolen stuff. I sword somebody. Dope. Next turn, I'm floating 5 mana. I probably just want to Dream Harvest. Yeah, Dream Harvest. I cast a million free things, which is fun as shit. That's awesome. That rips. This guy clean sucks, though. What is this guy's name? Hold on. Yeah, Miguel O'Hara has no place in this beautiful utopia. Dream Harvest definitely does, though. So we get 15 plus mana worth of spells. We cast all of them. Amaze. We Praetor's Grasp some. No. We Nature's Lore, and then we Praetor's Grasp somebody. I'm gonna pretend I can get that out. So I have another stolen thing. Who knows how good our board state is? Because now we have a resolved Dream Harvest. You go to exile forever because you suck. I play a very real plateau. No. I Valakut. And then I play a very real plateau. The fucking demonic betrayal. I don't think anybody has anything in their graveyard yet, but sure, we could do it. I probably play something that I've stolen from like Black Cat or from whatever I Praetor's Grasp. I ramp, I land, Valakut gets me another land, I cope and seethe. I cope and seethe? Oh, well, no, I'll Valakut. Oh, at turn 8, long last, we have a guaranteed way to deal damage. I only joined 2 minutes ago, and this deck is so spiritually EDH derogatory. I think it's fun. This deck, to me, looks like one of those roguelikes you play for 2 hours and then never touch again. There's a lot of big flashy shit to do. It seems like there's probably way too much theft just for theft's sake. Like we're like a 14-year-old who's robbing the gas station to feel alive. Exile payoff. Sure. Okay. We were kind of out of things there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I think I like Nikoru the most so far. Jesus. Yeah, all right. Cards that exile. You're so right. This doesn't do that. Oh, okay, but it does cast from outside. Well, okay, it technically exile. Okay, it worked. Like this is This is like watching somebody get the right answer for the wrong reasons, because it does exile, but the exile it does doesn't fucking matter. The thing it does that matters is that we can cast something from a graveyard, which does work for our commander. Jesus Christ, what does Gwen Stacy do? All right, yep. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Expressive iteration is true. I love Escape to the Wilds. I hate Decadent Dragon. I love Bonehorde Dracosaur. Valakut's solid. Thor God of Thunder is very solid. I like Thor God of Thunder about as much as I like Nikoru Minoru. What the fuck is where? Okay, yeah, Haterade, sure. It's removal. My fault. All right, Hurled Through Hell. Okay, I'm down with Heartless Conscription. I'm down with Azula. All right, your removal is the stone cold best section of this entire deck. I love the removal section. I low-key hate a full third of our deck. These are very good cards, so you're not wrong. I like that we have a lot of ramp. I do think we're probably a little bit too heavy on just random bullshit go. That is mostly fine, but it does make the deck very variable. I could see people accusing you of hub stomping. I can also see you like losing turn 6 without doing anything, and those decks always make me a little sad because I don't like losing on turn 6 without doing anything. Oh, look at Culling Drone. It's perfect for this. Hey, so you're going to be banned. Yep, got him. My fault. I don't know why I listened to you for a moment. Charmander, I'm sorry you had to see that bad card. My friends play 100 draw cards. We can't keep defending our submissions by being like, Maul, you don't get it. My friends, they're stupid. My friends, they're idiots. They walk into my waiting arms and I pickpocket them. But Mauldown, don't you get it? I want my decks to be strong and bad and prey upon my idiot friends. I think 98% of what I would like to see here is just more ways to convert damage, especially if your friends are running a lot of card draw spells. That, like, if your friends are also running do nothing good stuff piles, this just says to me, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything that impactful, but it is going to take me 20 minutes, right? Resolving all these theft spells, picking the order you want to resolve them in, picking which of them you want to cast. Like, I'm reminded of Plarg and Nasari. Because Plarg and Nasari is like an all-timer. I lose the game and every turn is 15 minutes. Because if they do anything to like double the trigger, if they do anything to like double the spells they're casting, you have, even if you're a good player, like this past weekend changed my mind a lot on how many triggers I am willing to have go off in my commander deck, because I saw a ton of people who were good players and were not wasting time and were not like monologuing. They were just resolving their shit as quickly as they could. But there's so many ways to like recycle your own poop into Soylent Green and Commander right now and just chow down, that they had endless turns. So what I would love to see is more stuff like Nico Minoru. So an obvious one I think we're missing is this one's very greedy, so I'm not gonna say it's like crazy good, but this boy. Love that boy. Other solid ones are, now Feshni's kind of already what we're doing, but Flaming Tyrannosaurus is great. Keeper of Secrets is great. This is also, having a first striking creature is massive. Having one first striking creature, I will let you do so much greedy bullshit. Like, you can Black Cat, you can like escape. You can Decadent Dragon. You can do that shit as much as you want if you have one first striking creature, because then people won't be able to beat you to death. You have in one neat, sexy little package the ability to not die and translate all of your like Value Town bullshit into direct damage, and then we're fucking sick as fuck. Because then what will happen? We'll stick Keeper of Secrets. We will cast Dream Harvest. We will get dog shit utility creatures off Dream Harvest, but we will deal like 20 damage to the table, and then whatever bullshit thing we stole is suddenly going to be enough to close the game out. I would. I'm low key considering what was that? What was that 4-color commander we were talking about for CDH earlier? The 4-color one that deals damage on non-creature spells. I do not think you Yuriko Crystal. I would consider this. I wouldn't be crazy high on it, but I really like the big exile spells. And a lot of the things that do big exile for us are non-creature spells. A lot of the things that we're going to steal might be non-creature spells. And so being able to convert that to damage, having a flying blocker, having a mana dork that can hit any color if we do need one of our harder to hit pips like white. True, I'm stealing either Rhystic Study or like 29 Heir Apparents. Yeah, so Crystal's going to be great. Flaming T-Rex is going to be great. Keeper of Secrets is going to be great. I have half a mind to recommend Shadow of the Goblin. Right, it's card advantage. I don't think we're doing a ton of land play from exile, but it's another way to just be like, okay, I'm going to Value Town, but the whole time I'm going to Value Town, I'm chipping you down a little bit at a time. So I'd probably play that over like, I want to say Party Thrasher. I think I'm wrong to say that, but I want to say it. It minimum Spider-Man 2099. I do like the any target here, but I think Flaming Tyrannosaurus is better than him. Like, if we're not casting him in the first 4 turns of the game, we would rather ramp into Flaming T-Rex regardless. And then I think we have a lot of fun. Like, if I see any of the cards I hated in the last one, I'm going to pretend they are a damage conversion, and then I'm going to glaze you. We go land, bop. We go land. This goes tapped, so it doesn't really work. Bam, bam. And we can get the Mind Stone, actually. So I get both my stones out. Commander. And now we're just straight fucking gassed because we don't have the deck access. Holy shit, thank you, Bonehorde Dracosaur. Alright, exile top 2. God damn, we play both of these. Exile top 2. God damn. I don't love Facebreaker. I don't think you need the treasures bad enough. I think we need more of our own deck bad enough. Like, we would have loved to have Shadow of the Goblin here to loot or to rummage away the land drops we didn't need. So we Soul Shatter, fuck these people. We steal something. That's fine. We probably cast the thing we stole. We go to our next turn. God damn. Expressive Iteration. Go to the top 3. Okay, Party Thrasher is now going to be Keeper of Secrets. We now have another first striker. This guy represents a shitload of damage. This guy represents damage. Facebreaker now represents damage, which we probably don't. We still don't want to play him. But there's like, there is a lot of wet noodling that we can do, and I don't think you need a million cards that convert to damage, but I do think you need every damage converter we did talk about, and I'm not convinced that you have to play a tutor, but it might behoove you to think about. I don't want to make it not exile is the thing. because like obviously stock up's good for this deck because it's good for every deck that has blue in it. And it is fairly important. It's fairly important for us to get to the big movers. Like if we don't get to the big theft engines, the big exile engines, the deck does just kind of sit around. So I'm trying to think about how to balance, oh, this doesn't do anything for the theme because it's not putting them out into exile. But we need it to some degree. So is there anything that's like I might even take Ren's Resolve in a deck like this just to have like over Spider-Man 2099. I might take Ren's Resolve. I'd probably take it over PNLR because I don't feel like I have a great way to utilize the 1/1 Thopters. I would take it over Facebreaker. I would take it over Mnemonic Betrayal. I would probably take it over Web Watch. I love Improvisation Capstone. I love Hex Magic. I don't love Halo Forager. I don't love Cruel Claws Heist. And I'm also not convinced we need this much ramp, genuinely, which sounds kind of crazy. I know. I think you might be happier going down like 5 of your ramp sources for either more card advantage or more damage. Like sticking Carolina Dean on turn 3, I don't think does anything that crazy for us. I think we're happy to stick Carolina Dean on turn 4 if on like turn 2 or 3 we have stuck Shadow of the Goblin, if we have stuck this is too constructive for a roast. Sorry. You stupid greedy bitch. Set the deck on fire. Hold on, let me move the camera. There we go. My bad, everybody. We're gonna go to the manual ad break and forget this ever happened. My group tend to kill commanders on site, so ramp may be overboard. I would say that's even more of a reason to stop racing to the Chuck E. Cheese birthday party and play a little bit slower. If they tend to kill commanders on site, play more good cards that are not your commander that you're happy to keep. I don't want to sound like a crazy person, but if they tend to kill your commander on site, why are we turboing out our commander? Because Ignoble Hierarch is not the ramp. Ignoble Hierarch is not how we ramp into playing our commander a second time. Ignoble Hierarch is how we play our commander as quickly as possible to get them shot in the head. If you want to play your commander a second time, you want Worn Powerstone. If you go turn 3 Worn Powerstone, turn 4 play my commander, they're going to go, why do we even remove it? Charmander already has the mana to play it again next turn. Like, oh, my playgroup removes commanders on site? You need Thrawn Dynamo, not Llanowar Elves. Those motherfuckers have itchy trigger fingers. Why are we playing our commander first? We can't be walking into the barrel of that gun. Let me look at Rassilon. Rassilon's very fun. I don't think it's super powerful because he's very expensive, and he does make us lose a fair amount of life, which can be quite risky, but he is fun. Conspire is very enjoyable. That's what I would be on. I think we're just like a little too value pilled. We can solidly fix it. We should move away from trying to race to ramp, and we should be trying to establish how do I get cards? How do I get damage? How do I do like big ramp to replay Carolina Dean if they do shoot her? So thank you very much for submitting and claiming the free redeem. We're going to go to the manual ad break. Then it's time for Kill Rats. Who the fuck is pinging me in my own Discord? That is not hot tech. God, Helios is doing such a good job policing people asking for free deck reviews. Charmander posted it in Dear Maldhound like I told them to, and they were like, "I don't know what you're doing here, cuz. Get the fuck out. I don't know how you're moving." In trying to fucking stiff arm him. In four colored dragons is 20 pieces of ramp too many. I have no fucking idea what your curve is like, brother. Um Probably not. What in 20 pieces of ramp in four colored dragons, it's probably not too much ramp. It's probably too little card draw, Devin. What I would guess is you ramp really quickly, play one dragon that has double strike. It gets removed, you concede. Because 20 pieces of ramp in like, if you show me 32 lands, 20 pieces of ramp, you play Xyrus, yeah, you're winning the game. You're winning the game. You show me 20 pieces of ramp, 35 lands, you play Atarka. Yeah, you lost, bro. You lost. You want to have that much ramp, it's dope. You need at some point to draw like 7 more cards. Right now the deck is 20 ramp, 13 card draw, 30 dragons, 36 lands. Yeah, it's probably not enough unless you have crazy good card draw. Removal is super low. That's fine. Dragons should be your removal, right? Your removal should be, I play Terror of the Peaks, and then when I play my next dragon, it shoots your creature in the head. It should be like, I play Dracuseth on turn 4, and then when I swing him on turn 4 or 5, I blow up all your synergy pieces. I don't play board wipes. I play Balefire Dragon. I play Summon Bahamut. I play Meringue River Regent. Like, you should have removal. The removal should just all be on dragons. Yeah, like Dragon Lord Atarka. There you go. You have removal. Hammerhead Tyrant. You have removal. Scavenger Regent. You have removal. Gale Lord Reckoner. You have removal. What's up, Budget Carpet? How you doing? Uh, what website do you need to put your deck on for a roast? I prefer Moxfield. Also, Kill Rats, are you here and ready to go? What is a commander that can benefit from a shit ton of ramp? Basically, every commander in the world. If you have a shit ton of ramp, what you need to queue up is your 99. Too many people have 99s where they have a shitload of ramp for their commander, and then they don't make a greedy ass 99. Like, if you're like, oh my god, I have, let's say you play a terrible fucking commander. You play Atarka. You play Atarka, the Gruul Dragon, and you're like, I need a shitload of ramp because I want to get my commander. And I want to win this game on turn 5. That's not going to happen. But what people do wrong in their 99 for Atarka is they don't then play some bullshit like the 10 rings. I realize this just came out. So, like, obviously people 5 years ago weren't playing this, but people don't connect the dots of like, oh, if I was already intending to play a 7 mana spell super early, everything else in my deck can be like 5 mana plus spells that get me a ton of value. And then the day is saved. It can be Bonehorde Dracosaur. It can be Elder Gargaroth. It could be Oher Castlum. It could be Emergent Woodworm. Like, you are Raffin Mikey. Like, you can do anything in the 99. Carpet, the medical stuff is doing better. It's still not great, but it is improving. Sapphic Sith, it was. We're moving on to Kill Rats' deck. This says, commit tax evasion and hurl giant design mistakes at people. All right. Oh, brother. Bracket 4? There's no way. There's no fucking way. First off, you are a liar. I love this man. He is a bracket 3 all-star and a bracket 2 bully. Nope, you did not make it there. Okay. I'm going to apologize first off because I probably told you he was a tax evasion commander when I roasted him. What I need you to understand, Henzi does not do tax evasion. Okay? Henzi, this 1 mana reduction, your 2 mana reduction, that's not tax evasion. You know why? Your creature jumps off a cliff at the end of the turn. Do you know how fucking bad that is? Do you know how fucking bad it is to be like, hey, you know this really good creature? It's a sorcery now. It is ephemeral, like Joy or My Hairline. That's bad, dude. So we have to build around the understanding that if we're doing tax fraud, it is happening in the 99. Henzi is actually dog shit at doing tax fraud. I love when they die. Yeah, because we draw 1 card, right? That's the trade-off is, oh my god, I get to cantrip. Oh my god, I get the cantrip. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. Okay. So what are we doing? I love you. Idiot. Idiot. Never mind. I take it back. Bracket 4, by the way. Bracket 4, by the way, I am playing a 4 mana value. You are bracket 2. You are bracket 2 with many game changers. This is funny as fuck, though. I will give you points for that. So we play a tap land. We play a swamp. I discard fucking the 4 mana value engine. Dog, on Christ's name, if you show me 1 more fucking creature that we never want to blitz, I am going to find you and shake you. If you show me 1 more fuck-ass creature in your Henzi deck that you want to hard cast for no blitz, I am going to bear hug you. I'd blitz Terror. Yeah, because you have to. All right, turn 3. Oh, wow, Culling the Weak. Isn't that so cool with all the creatures we have to sacrifice? By the way, we're 1 turn out from the game being over. But we have Henzi. Okay, I play my 4th land. As you said, I blitz Terror. My terrifying bracket 4 game plan is now I cast a sorcery. I cast a 5 mana cantrip that says I deal 5 damage to 1 player. Chat, where are your pogs? Where are the Incredibles? Clap, everybody, please. This is my favorite commander ever. Please clap. We have, like, this has to be a card that already exists. Hold on. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. At least do tree first. I mean, like, come on. No, you told me you would blitz Terror of the Peaks. Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to... You just cast 5 mana Flame of Anor, but worse. That's what you just did to me, dog. Sorry, it was 4 mana because of all the tax evasion. My bad, I didn't understand how we were moving. Good lord, alright, he dies. I blitz in the tree. Somebody's life total is 13. I laugh my way out the door. You don't even shoot the 5 damage with Terror. So no, because it's not win, it's win another. So he dies. You fucking kill rats. Bro, you're making us look bad. You're making us look bad. Bracket 4 tables love to see this deck pull up. Ah, yes. The only land that could make our opening hand unkeepable. Ancient Tomb. This, like, genuinely, this is a bad game changer for the deck because if you want to do the Henzi thing, you have to be able to drop Henzi on turn 2 or turn 3. And the only thing Ancient Tomb does is say you cannot drop Henzi on turn 2 or turn 3. You probably think it's great because you looked at Henzi and you know what this man needs? 4 mana and 5 mana value engines. We said, you know what the gangster needs? You said Henzi is busy throwing up all these gang signs. Henzi is scary. Henzi's throwing up the south side with his boy Flick. What the fuck are we doing? This isn't even revolutionary Flick. This is employee of the month Flick at the beginning of the movie when he's just good at picking seeds. You got me fucked up. You show me a threat right now. You show me a creature worth casting right now. Why is the bug here? Because we're playing in bracket 2! And in bracket 2, this man is the stone cold best card you could ever play. Like, bracket 2 Henzi, this will win you every game. Why the fuck are we milling ourselves? Well, okay, Henzi deck's like a graveyard. Let's not lie. Okay, we have enough to drag them for. We don't gotta lie. Henzi decks love a full graveyard because what Henzi decks want to do is cast. Oh, Behold. Henzi decks very much want to cast Behold the Sinister Six. Henzi deck super, as somebody who has played a ton of Henzi, I have played him at bracket 2, I've played him at bracket 3, I have brought him to bracket 4 tables. What Henzi hates doing is playing single target reanimation. Because almost none of our... I have yet to see a single creature that is worth doing single target reanimation on. But what we love to do is we love spending like 4 turns going... I play a creature that is removal. I play a creature that is also card draw. I play a creature that gives me permanent board presence, like turn after turn after turn. And then we flip our whole graveyard at you and we win. Grave Reaver's very good with Henzi, yes. This is... This is super, super insane cope. Industrial Advancement I like. Like the only 4 mana value engines that have ever paid off for me in Henzi are the ones that translate the death trigger into permanent board advantage. If it doesn't do that, we get cooked in half. Bad, great, terrible, can work, great, down, great. But Jesus Christ, reanimation. No. Sure, bracket 2 is fuck, but sure. Great, this is what we need. Like, Ancient Copper Dragon, for sure, I will pay 5 mana to go, I have enough mana to now hardcast whatever I want. I love Old Gnawbone. Jeska's Will is just a good card. I hate Ruthless Technomancer. Yeah, sure, Junji is discard. That's so true. That's so true. I hate all your removal. Genuinely. I hate all your removal. I hate nearly all your card draw. Like, there's so much of Henzi is predicated upon all of my value is coming from these creatures, like from me bombing you with these creatures. And so as much as possible, you're never holding up 3 mana in your whole fucking life. Certainly not in the deck you just showed me, Brother Bear. So we want to have, like, I play this thing, I 2-for-1 you, then I draw a card at end of turn. Because every creature is a sorcery. At the end of the game, we're going to cast this, like, mass graveyard recursion and bring them all back, and then they're going to be real creatures. But Kogla the Titan Ape in a Henzi deck says, for 6 mana, I deal 7 damage to target player, I deal 7 damage to a creature I don't control, and I destroy an artifact or enchantment. or for 5 mana, right? Because Henzi's going to cost reduce by 1 minimum all the time. And I draw a card. And that's an okay sorcery to cast. But everything in Henzi is just a super modal sorcery. And if all we're doing is casting sorceries that don't remove our opponent's threats, we get fucked on really quickly. So like Shadows I can deal with. Chainer I don't believe in. Animate Dead, Dance of the Dead, Reanimate, Necromancy. Awful. Awful for high 3. Like I have played with these cards for a really long time. Unless you have a tight combo win, there is almost nothing you can bring back that is worth it. Everything just becomes like, they're for World Gorger Dragon. That's why we think we're bracket 4. Guy turns his butthole inside out one time, thinks he's a gymnast, pulls up to Cirque du Soleil, says, "Look at me, you fuck ass. You fuck ass. Get out of here. Get out of here." You have one. So you have a bracket 2 deck with one World Gorger Necromancy combo, and we're like, fringe CEDH. Dude, put me in the UFC. When it happens, I see red, bodies start dropping. Absolutely not. Fucking clown behavior. No wonder we think it plays at a high 3. Because yeah, we find this guy. The day is saved. Everything's beautiful. We do the World Gorger Dragon combo, and we win. Chunky's a great target for those two. Who is Chunky? Who is Chunky? Atali? Oh yeah, Atali's probably the only other good thing. It's still just like, I despise interactions like that because it reduces your deck down to, if I get the like turn 2 reanimate Atali, I have a good deck, and if I get anything else, I have a bracket 2 deck. Which blows. Like the playtest we just did, I realize it's not the all-encompassing truth of how your deck always plays. The playtest we just did was like out of the box pre-con level playtest. And so the fact that we're predicating the high performance of the deck on like, yeah, well, once every 10 games, maybe it's once every 5 games. I don't know how many mulligans your pot allows you. But when the mulligans work out, I get to go like, 4 Atalis by turn 2, and also that other playtest can happen. Dark AP, I don't hate Reanimate in general. I dislike Reanimate for everything other than Atali and World Gorger Dragon. Is the fucking going in the room with us right now, Kill Rats? Because that's what I tried to do. We have no lands in this hand. We're 5 mulligans deep, by the way. We would be keeping 1. But this isn't even Henzi mana. This isn't even Henzi mana. Because we don't have Moxfield. No, Moxfield is the fucking truth. Anybody who has ever told me, yeah, Moxfield fucked me on the mulligans is a liar. Every deck I have ever had that could not mulligan well in Moxfield does not mulligan well IRL. It's just that everybody goes like, oh yeah, just take something playable. We don't want to be rude. Moxfield is the light of God illuminating your sins. Good card. Good solid card. We'll get there, I believe. All right, turn 4 Henzi. Moving. 5 mana. Cannot cast Old Gnawbone. Can blitz Tree of Perdition. We're going to blitz Primeval Herald, and now we're going to be okay. Pretend these make mana. Pretend they're basics. And now we play this guy. We dead ass lose. Like I don't even blitz this guy. I don't even want to. Turn 6, bracket 4. I got 177. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, bro. It's not Garbos, Julius. You are underselling it. The deck is fine. The deck is very high variance. This deck is unwieldy as a motherfucker. It is we it just does not respect. Going for Doubletree is cute, but we get arch enemied and killed. Because we don't have card draw. We have a living death with no full graveyard. We had one piece of targeted removal and basically no protection. It's a halberd with a shotgun. It has potential. This is like ideal 30 damage and then die. Which many Henzi decks do. I think many things in it are fun. I think your priorities are in the overwhelmingly wrong place. Like we have 1, 2, 3. We only have 4 ways to get a turn 2 Henzi, which getting a turn 2 Henzi is not like the most important thing. If we hit a land, good lord. That's crazy. We didn't hit a land. We concede. We can't keep this. All right, Henzi mana. Thank fuck. We win the game now, right? We play Spinner of Souls. We play Henzi. We blitz Technomancer. We probably don't sacrifice either of these guys. So we draw, well, we reveal till we hit a creature. What the fuck is Doomweaver, dog? As long as it's paired, each of them has when this dies, draw cards equal to its power, and its power is 1. Tremendous. Hell yeah. Tapped land. Hell yeah. I love tap lands. What's on top? No. Go away. I blitz in Doomweaver. I soul bond it to Spinner of Souls. I have spent 5 mana to draw 2 cards. But I get a spinner. Thank God, a good card is here. I draw both of you. Deck fucks. Deck fucks. Thick as hell. Thick as hell. Unstoppable. Um. So realistically, there's a ton of good parts. Kokusho, I believe in as a blitz target. Like this is a 5 mana sorcery that says I deal 10 to one player, 5 to 2 others, and I gain 15 and draw a card. I play that sorcery. This is cope. This is cope. This is cope. This is hilarious. The rest of it is just we're taking a commander that should not be able to afford to take many turns off, and we're taking a ton of turns off. We're taking a ton of turns off to set up stuff that still doesn't win the game. And so I feel like we're in like baby with a shotgun territory because parts of this deck will win bracket 4 games. The World Gorger Dragon combo will win a bracket 4 game, no questions asked. There are setups that will put us in an unassailable position for a bracket 3 game. All of our playtests, we had to mulligan a fuckload, and you kept getting tripped by your own land base in our own ramp section. It's all fucking Soul Ring. Soul Ring. But like I love Castlem. I love Mount Gulg. I'm even okay with Junji. Inverter of Truth, Doctor Doom. I don't even think we need to do that. I think we need to be more we need to be more respectful of the idea of like every card should just be a 2-for-1. Like if we played Kogla, if we played even fucking Elder Garderoth would be an improvement for this deck because it would be a big body that draws 2 cards instead of 1, and we would not hate hard casting it. If we did I might even be running like Druid of Purification type cards, because this is a sorcery is like I nuke all my non-creature, I nuke all the non-creature players, and then draw a card, which is a reasonable sorcery. But it does not seem like we're thinking of things in terms of what is a reasonable sorcery to cast instead of a creature. And I think that for like 5 to 10 cards would solve all the problems I have with the deck. I also think all this single target reanimation is incredibly hopeful and greedy, and you would almost always be better off doing something that was slightly more mana but brought back multiple things. Raph and Mikey would be dope. Raph and Mikey I would cast as like I would cast as a sorcery for sure. Great attack trigger. If I'm playing them late, they just have haste anyway. What about Anti-Causal Vestige? Fine. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think it's downright all right. Oh yeah, Aurora Awakener. Very, very useful. Deals 7 damage to somebody. Flip 3 permanents. Either those are lands, and now I can hard cast whatever I want, or I cheat a bunch of like permanent creatures. Like there's a ton of stuff that works. We just have too many things that are like, this is immensely silly. This is immensely silly when I combine it with being able to do a different pie in the sky thing, and not enough that's just like, damn, I'm hitting you with that dog shit. But I can see the vision for when it does work. But as a Henzi player, I'm hurt and I'm angry. Emergent Woodworm is okay, but we don't want, like, we do need to have, we can't just go, I want to vomit stuff out, because you lose that race. What you need a decent amount of is the like, don't play this. You have to do better than this. But we want things that are, yeah, Noxious Gearhulk is a better example. We want a thing that is, for a sorcery, I draw 1 card, blow up your biggest threat, or blow up multiple threats, and then deal damage. Yeah, Armagon's fun, but he's also crazy expensive. So like we see him, he also is the device that ruins opening hands. And we don't want to be ruining opening hands. Titan of Industries neat removal, yeah. No, that's bad, bad, bad. No, we need to be on Haragast. That is not true. This is fine, but like this is a C plus card. This is a card that is not a complete failure, but we would love things that could do OTAG removal, OTAG multiple targets, type creature. There's probably going to be like almost none of these, if there are even any. But like Inferno Titan pulls weight. I nuke every utility creature on the board. We talked about the TMNT Shark already. I don't love that. I don't fuck with Dragonlord Atarka only because it's so expensive. Yeah, Bane of Progress is solid. The only issue with Bane of Progress is Henzy decks normally do have at least like 1 or 2 important enchantments. There's Armagon. Hellkite Tyrant and or Cavern Horde Dragon seem good. More than Cavern Horde Dragon, I think I would like this guy's the devil. We have to get the ramp right, we have to get the land base right, because the big problem with him is that he cannot be cast off our first blitz trigger, and the thing you cast off the first blitz trigger is very, very important. But for our later blitz triggers, like these are the type of things that go, yeah, I summon Red Eyes Black Dragon and you fucking die. And now I don't have to worry about you for like 2 turns. So where are we? Yeah, Toddler with a shotgun. Whitebird's gonna move just to double peak. Kill Rats, this is a good deck. I know we dragged you a lot. Thank you for being a good sport about it. This deck does function. Anybody who thinks it would not function in bracket 2, bracket 3, you are wrong. But we are probably a low bracket 3 deck, and Dad left their gun unlocked. And I hate those type of decks more than anything else in the world, and I hate what you have done to my fucking boy, because the things you did right are amazing. And the things you did wrong are also amazing for much different reasons. So Kill Rats, that's going to be it for your deck. Thank you for submitting. I do not think we're going to have time to do another raffle today, so we are going to pull up the Bald Kai and raid out. Why Salt Why, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. Is it worth blitzing out RMS Titanic? Crewing, can that even happen? I don't think you can blitz it out. Why Salt Why, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. Yeah, let's see who's up to raid. 3-3 Elk is live. We're gonna hit them with the Bald Kai. The deck roasts are sold on Ko-Fi. They won't be sold until the end of the month. So you're going to have a few weeks with very few, if any, streams. I'm still going to be posting short form content. Thank you all for being here. Stay kind. Don't rewind any videotapes you ever purchase. And remember to stay toxic. YouTube, that's just it for us. But I will see you again sometime in the future.